Welcome to this very special segment with me. I haven't been able to sleep. I've been up since about 5 o'clock this morning praying and listening to direction from Spirit, listening to the things God, the message God want to give me on how to handle this situation. So I'm going to get into several things and we'll speak again in a little while. This is on my mind. I've already called trying to check on my son and give them an update that uh, I was almost murdered last Tuesday, and then the woman came back and tried to do it with the neighbors last Thursday. Um, I shared the reading with from the psychic last night. I didn't know about the psychic until last night. One of my loyal supporters sent me the reading, said, "You got to see this." When I saw the title, I wanted to see it because I don't watch other readers. I don't watch them to harass them, critique them. I don't bother them. Whenever I watch someone that's good, when I have the time, because I'm always so busy, I work every day, all day. In between me getting something to eat and resting if I'm just too tired to move forward. And if I like them, I listen, I respect it, I click like, I make comment. If not, I watch it and I go on about my business. I never argue with or insult any psychic because I know there are a lot of gifted people out here that really can see and were born the same way that I am and very good at what they do. And so I love them. Show them a lot of love when I listen, but I don't really have much time. I'm in my own world, doing my own readings and doing the will that the spirits brought me here to do. And so when I saw the title, I went right to it because it's exactly what's happening to me. And what's amazing about this lady does this reading and she keeps saying, "I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is for." And I know I'm not the only one that it was for. I'm not the only one that this has happened to, is happening to at the time it's happening to me, will happen in the future. So she's saying, I don't know who it is. She doesn't know me. I'm listening and my mouth is dropping because she's describing exactly what is happening to me. And I've been knowing about the plots and conspiracies, and these women have continued to put my home address out and phone number ever since I did the Nipsey readings in 2019 and have threatened me to stop revealing information about Nipsey Hussle's case. And I believed he was speaking to me. So I'm channeling the information. I believe the man is physically here and saying it about his baby's mother, his homie lover friends from the 60s and Big U, and his beloved friends and his organization. He's loyal to the Rolling 60s, who's inside of his store and who he employs, convicts, ex-cons. He loves and supports them. I knew that they had him set up for assassination. This is not a government plot just out of the blue and he's there and everybody around him is innocent. It is a government connection and they use the people around him to infiltrate and has informants in there to do it. So yes, there's government involved, there's police involved, but they by themselves separately and indirectly and no connection to his friends, the music industry affiliates, his baby mama, they are all associated together and set this man up. And because I said it, I've even had friends of the baby mama to call me directly that are inside of Queen of Fools camp. And the baby mama is a sacred woman. And she's also inside of Queen of Fools camp to tell me that they were going to murder me. And that they knew when my son was in jail and they would murder him. See, this is not new to me. So when she was saying that stuff, that didn't apply to me. Like she was saying the person doesn't know or the person didn't see it coming or saw another reader saw it and warned them. Didn't know human being in a physical body warned me. And that's why I just put the post up there to show you that Drip don't miss. And that to show you when I told you me and Shannon had not had any fights or disagreements. When Nipsey told me to go outside, if Nipsey had never told me to go outside, and claim my property and do the vagina power dance and create the whole program around vagina power healing and church, I wouldn't have never seen this. Why? Because I never go outside unless I have to run an errand or, doctor, regular stuff. But then I'm outside to get in a car, leave, go to another location to handle business, come back, get out of the car, immediately go, and they watch me. Unlock my door and go in my house. I don't hang outside. I don't talk to neighbors. I'm not friends with neighbors. None of that. If I wouldn't have listened to him and told her to come over here, see, God work in mysterious ways. Your guides, your ancestors work in mysterious ways. If I hadn't have believed, I heard him tell me, write a curriculum and go outside to dance to help to heal your own self, I would not have seen Shannon in action and what a conniving, backstabbing, lying, tricky stunt bitch and a dirty setup bitch that she is. And I wouldn't have known she knew my next door neighbors and conspired with the next door neighbors. I told y'all every time she would shoot a video, the neighbor never comes out and just gets dressed that early unless they are allowing they two pit bulls to run the property without a chain, and they know that's illegal in DeKalb County, and they would not honor the homeowners association's request or DeKalb County telling them to put a leash on the dogs. This man said he can do anything and get away with it. He's allowed those dangerous dogs to run free. And as a matter of fact, I knew that they were trying to set me up and put a spell on me because the past couple of months I've had to report them to the homeowners association. They let their dogs come over here and shit up here on my porch, on my sidewalk. I knew it was them because people walk their dogs, but they have a trail based on the homeowners association rules and regulations. They have to walk the dog, and nobody else in this building has dogs like that, and you're directly next door. They're also in between the little path of dirt that we share. In between our sidewalks, there was a hunk of shit right there, and there was a hunk of shit on my sidewalk again, and then the third time it was a hunk of shit. I know people do spells with dog shit. And it was, they let the dog, or they walked the dog right here on my porch. And the sidewalk directly in front of my porch, when you step up, it was a bigger dog. I knew it wasn't a pocket dog. They brought that dog up here and they let that dog do that. And I knew it was them because it was to the left. And I would see, look down where the, when it rains and the dirt washes off on the sidewalk, there were dog paw prints that matched the dog paw prints of the two. Either those are pit bulls right there, or they might be a little bit of mixture in them. They're short and stocky. Actually, I have a picture. I'll put it up so you can see him with the dogs. I knew, and I saw the tracks coming from the direction of his sidewalk because there is a patch of dirt, red Georgia clay. It's his sidewalk, a little patch of dirt right there, and then it's my sidewalk. I could see him, so I knew they were doing this low down, dirty stuff, letting their dog open their behind over here. I knew it was deliberate because of the way the positioning of the waist was. Right there on my sidewalk and up at my front door, disgusting. So I took a picture of it. And I asked the homeowners association, would you like to see? She said, I don't want to see it. I believe you, Alexis. You don't come off as a person that's a liar. I said, but I'm just saying, you never met. She said, no, you've been out here a long time. And you were very close. You were friends with the owner. And we knew he told us he was going to give it to you because other people wanted it. And other people asked him to give it to them. And he said his mind was fixed. I'm going to give this to Alexis K. Tyler, the lady that's been in my house. So she said, I don't. She said, plus it's disgusting. I don't want to see it. But I will file this in his records because he has been a problem for a long time. And I said, oh, so y'all know about him? She said, yes, we do. We documented everything on him. I said, okay. But unfortunately, him and a lot of owners don't pay their dues. So the property has gotten, the gold complex has gotten really run down because they refuse to pay them. And she was saying a lot of legal stuff moves slow because they don't have the funding to beautify. That's what I was told yesterday. Beautify the compound and the common areas that you share. When you own condos, there's common areas that don't belong to me. They belong to everybody. And then the personal areas, like this one belongs to me. So I said, oh, okay, that's what's going on. And I remember he was trying to take over the building, and he had a tow truck called Bulldog Towing, where he got a contract with this homeowners association to tow all of the cars. Now that's been gone, that's dissolved. He lost that because of whatever he did to offend. And all these people are elders. They're older people because they've been here a long time. So he offended the elders over the HOA, and done a lot of things out here. I'm not the only individual that has a problem with this man. So see, I noted that, and I did readings on it. And I knew the wife had been casting black magic spells on me, trying to make me sick, along with other people trying to do it. She wanted me to die. They really wanted me out of this property. They really wanted this property really bad. And see, when it's just chilling to me. Back to the psychic, back to the tarot reader. She did the reading on Thursday, November the 9th, which was this past Thursday. What was happening on Thursday, November the 9th? Shannon McGee's boss decided to fire her. She then got off work, started calling me. I didn't answer. Trying to text me, came over, tried to murder me again, and took a big rock and tried to bust the glass window on my screen door. See, I don't trust that. People could put all types of root oils, powders, say incantations, write the incantation where you cannot see so it is invisible, or use an invisible ink, and then lift up the paper and it is still, the petition is embedded in the stone. Speak shit on me, and then, or anybody that come to your house, throw it at the door. When you throw something at a door and there's glass there, you're trying to shatter the glass, which is also a reflective membrane and mirror into the underworld. A mirror, a glass becomes a reflective plane, and mine is reflective. You are trying to shatter and destroy my life and destroy my world and open me up for ridicule and inspection and murder with no security in my house. You want to, I guess, bust the glass, unlock my screen door from the inside, and try to come into the door. But the glass is reflective on my door. So whatever you are doing or attempt to destroy and dismantle and break up with my glass in the 3D is also registering in the underworld. It is a mirror because you can see people through my glass. So this stuff is double backing on her because of what I already put in the yard. So somebody can say, oh, get your yard, don't step in the yard, use your broom. I'm thank you for your concern, but I'm tired of you saying it. I'm not stupid. If I was stupid, like a lot of y'all think I am, and like she thinks I am, she said, I'm on your level. You met somebody on your level, which means that me and you, we think alike. You know my mindset. You're not a good psychological profiler. Because if you and the group that sent you, which I know who it is, and then you brag that you work for T.I. and Tiny, you know T.I. and Tiny. She showed me a picture. She was in the picture with Tiny. But this is the thing. I knew Tiny was not her ride or die. She is not a Shekinah. She's not best friends with Tiny because of the way the picture was photographed and who was in the photograph. I'm going to explain it to you. They were on a stage and Tiny either was working for some type of nonprofit organization or wanted to donate her services and help to a nonprofit organization. So she had enlisted a group of volunteers. Shannon was one of the volunteers from the way she described it to me and from the way it looks in the picture. Why do I say that? Okay, you know how you take a elementary school picture, a high school class picture? It looks like a stadium seat or the seats inside of the gym. You have a bottom seat and then you step up. There's another one above it, like stair steps. Okay, Shannon and maybe 100 people were on the ramps here that you're going to take a class picture. It was a group picture. Shannon was in the group. So not only did Tiny know the people in the group, Shannon, she knew the people in the group. Not at one time, she'll show me one picture, and she said it's a group picture, but they had volunteered for Tiny to donate time or services to a nonprofit or some kind of other organization, and they volunteered so they didn't get paid for it. She didn't show me any other pictures. That's why I knew she did not have a serious personal relationship with T.I. and Tiny, although she met them, because there was no separate pictures where her and Tiny had her up close. Tiny took a picture hugging her. She hugged Tiny. They were sitting together, laughing, talking together, going over paperwork together, or that she was a supervisor over the project. She was an administrator or manager over the project to show that she has a close tie that Tiny handpicked her. No, she was in the group. Now, I could be wrong, but that's how I perceived it. So I know you know her. I just don't think it's a bond relationship that they have. And I doubt that Tiny and T.I. are going to speak out on her behalf to save her from me. Or speak for her from the court or say that I'm lying and this didn't happen. When we see this girl on video doing this, grown woman, 47 years old, almost 50 years old, standing here threatening me, walking up and down my street, standing at an empty apartment and say, I live in the condominium right there that's empty with all the debris and sheetrock and old carpet outside. I said, that's where I live at, and I won't come outside. I live in an empty house with no carpet, no running water, no electricity, no sheetrock, walls knocked out. She said she in there right there. I cannot believe, and y'all believe anything. A lot of y'all believe anything. Actually asking me that some stupid, ignorant, just ignorant, stupid individual asked, did I get someone to pick up the debris from the front of my house? And then the police was right here Thursday, and you can see the front of my yard out in the street where she's parked across the street. There's nothing like that in front of my house. And I'm not getting any renovations. I wouldn't be able to stay in here and have my sheetrock, the walls knocked out and the carpet out. I mean, these people believe anything anybody say, but now, and see, that's why I'm not going to argue with anyone else. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. You don't like me. You don't like what I'm doing. You don't like the way I'm handling myself. Just leave. Stop coming over here watching and telling me I need to do what you say and I need to handle this the way that you say. Anything she say, a lot of y'all sit up and believe what she say. I'm not going to deal with any more confrontations with that. Anything anybody say about me, I'm not going to directly go back and forth with her, because clearly this lady wants attention from me. I have no respect for this lady. I will never speak to her. I don't want anything else to do with this lady, because you made it very clear you wanted to take my life from me. And if I was stupid and ignorant like a lot of you think I am, I would be two places right now. Either on November the 7th, Tuesday, November the 7th, 2023, or Thursday, November the 9th, 2023, I would have either been in a morgue right now on ice and they're planning to embalm me. Somebody's making my arrangements. Or I would have been in DeKalb County jail. Because she said she knew me. We think alike. Because you said I've met my match and you're on my level. So that means you knew. You and the next door neighbor, which still is horrifying and chilling to me, that they were involved in this, and she would only stop. And that's why I showed you the footage of how she kept coming back, and then she attempted to get out, or she got out one time and she slid herself around like a fat slug, looking like Alf down at the bottom of the driveway. She slid around, but she didn't walk up. She looked to the left. That standing that way facing me would be her left. What's on her left? My neighbor's front door. He wasn't outside, because remember, I had just done the live coming outside. She kept texting me. She kept calling me, come outside, bitch. Come outside, bitch. I'm right finna beat your ass and I'm gonna kill you. She kept calling. I answered the phone. I said, Shannon, I'm looking out of my window. I don't see you and I don't hear you. And y'all seen it. I did a live before I didn't turn right around and do another live. She was outside. I walked outside. I said, look, y'all. And then I walked further down the sidewalk and I show you how the street lights. I knew the spirits was here and I knew nothing was going to happen to me. I knew they were on. My spirits had blocked off. They were ready for war. They were blocked off the street, because I've never seen any lights as long as I've lived do what they did. You see the real long light start beaming down and then coming. Now that light is not in front of my house. It's more up towards the empty apartment where she was, with the carpet and the sheetrock, the empty condominium that the seller's renovating. That light is right in front of that part of the building at the top of the hill. She was at the top of the hill. That you see how that beam I showed you, it came all the way down, it cut itself at an angle and landed on my yard. Then I went to the other one on the other side of me at the other end where a police officer lives. And you see that street light there is in front of his house, that the very last tenant on the other side of the couple that were helping her try to murder me. And the light, you see, it came towards me and hit my yard. I showed it. You can go back and watch that. I said, y'all, will somebody please put my cash up in here and make it a clap? No, Nandy, I'm not lucky. I'm not a lucky Sagittarius. Luck didn't help me. Prayer did not help me that night. It had a place in it, but I also knew in the physical realm, it's things that I can do the spirits cannot do. And that is to secure my property and to secure myself. I was armed, baby. She kept saying I wasn't. And you're so scary. You're such a pussy. You're so scary. Come down here. She thought I was so stupid. And so did the neighbor. And so emotionally and mentally and psychologically, a lot of people do. And the group clearly told her that. And somebody paid her, because when I looked at this, I keep seeing somebody paid her or they promised her a payday where somebody's willing to do something real fucked up to get something real good to happen to them. I kept seeing it. And it's a group of them. It's males and females in this. And some of them are gang related. Her so-called husband, I would even say boyfriend, because we don't have any marriage pictures. She haven't put out any marriage pictures. She haven't put out any claims that I stalked her. I'm harassing her. I'm obsessed with her. She said she had a police report. She told her family and friends on Facebook she filed a police report on me. She said it out here. She got a police report on me. She done called police on me. We haven't seen it, but you've seen proof of mine. I gave you the number so you, when you call and file your complaints, and I suggest you still do it, because it slipped my mind to tell you her husband, Noel Bryan McGee, Venice McGee, is a blood gang member. I don't know how high ranking he is. I don't know what kind of pull he has inside of prison, who he knows inside of prison, who he knows outside of here, because he also is known and has lived in Atlanta, and she was dealing with him when he got out in 2017 in Stone Mountain. She also, as I said, she said I lied about it. I didn't. And I said it to her on the internet, and she said I was internet gangster. I said it to her face. You saw me. You heard me. You are a drug addict, and you were arrested for stealing the doctor's pads, writing false prescriptions, trying to obtain narcotics under fraudulent pretenses. You're not a medical doctor, and you're not the doctor on the prescription pad that you don't own that. You don't have a medical license. You don't have a federal license. You don't have a control number. None of that. But you used that pad, and I told y'all that she did. Got the prescription for the drug and started selling it and getting money for it. And I'm sure she had some for herself. And the doctor clearly found out. They investigated. They picked her up. She has an arrest record in DeKalb County, like I told y'all, from 2020, and it was arrested again in 2021. And then she went to do it in New Orleans and was arrested down there. But she keeps saying I'm a liar. I'm making all this stuff up. I showed y'all the report. And she still is telling you that I'm lying. Who y'all going to believe here? Because all she has to do was go to DeKalb County right now, pull her criminal background and show y'all that I'm lying. She already know I'm not lying. She said she told her Facebook family and friends, because they kept saying, leave the lady alone. Actually tagged me, lied on me, ID'd these people to me, and didn't on her Facebook show any proof. She didn't show police records. She didn't show a case number against me. She didn't show what she said, that she got a warrant against me and that she got a restraining order against me. She didn't show it on Facebook. She hasn't shown it on YouTube. The same case number I got, she got it, because the police wrote the report in my favor, and y'all heard the police to say, go take a restraining order. He said, don't let me catch you over here no more. Before the restraining order or after. She said that, and he didn't even put it in the report. I did see that. How she was saying I work voodoo, that I put it on her. I was going to put it on him if he come to the door and come in the house, that I was straight and harassing her. That's not, that man did not, that Jamaican man did not even add that shit to the report. Unfortunately, I wish he would have, because that would have showed what her and the neighbor's wife, Sheree Hassel, their mindset. Now, what somebody do spiritually in their religious beliefs, that is not on the books in DeKalb County as a crime. If I practice voodoo in my house, I call spirits in my house, I talk to spirits in my house, I do readings in my house, that is not a crime in the state of Georgia or in DeKalb County. I don't know why she told him that, because he was not going to charge me for something that is not illegal under my religious freedom, under my religious right. And there was no other crime I committed in the commission of doing a voodoo ritual. She said I did, but she could not prove it. She could not show the officer a restraining order. When she gave her driver's license, he didn't see she had taken out a restraining order on me. He did not see when he got my driver's license, there was a warrant for my arrest and there was a restraining order against me, because I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. I'd be in jail unless I'm out right now because they gave me a bond. That didn't happen, because she would have let you know. I think those things might be public. I've never been arrested because somebody filed a warrant against me. I've never been arrested because somebody had a restraining order against me. And there is nobody that I know of. I've never had a restraining order issued to this day that I know of. And I would know because I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've never left Atlanta. I've spent my whole life here. I'm old enough to have all my criminal records come out and they would have found me. I'm not hard to find. I've been in the same place over here since 2004. I'm not a scammer, because scammers move around. Scammers have aliases. Scammers usually have a long rap sheet. They've been arrested. She has a long rap sheet. Not just here, but in other states. She has a lot of different aliases, and she's moved a lot with a lot of different addresses. That's why it's hard to find the addresses. And it really pissed me off that they now redact people that assault and threaten to kill other people. My stuff is open. That's why I cannot show you the report. Her stuff is hidden. And I'm the victim here. She's the offender. And they said she's never been arrested. Well, she hadn't been arrested. I'm like, this lady got an arrest record with DeKalb County. Y'all need to tell them when you call back for 2020. And you need to tell them she's a gang member and her husband is a blood gang member. I know for a fact she told me, he told me. Maybe they need to go back and pull the conversations that he's had with her and go back and start investigating her and listening to the conversations on that phone and on that Securus Tech, goddammit, and that audio where they doing a video phone conversation. Maybe the investigators in Georgia and the DeKalb County Gang Task Force, because I forgot to tell them. That's why I'm doing this video right now, so you can mention it. I know for a fact her boyfriend, No Brian McGee, is a blood gang member, and she is a blood gang member. And let's say if she says that she's not, that still is all I need to know, because you are screwing and you're married to a blood gang member. You are an affiliate of the blood gang. In Atlanta, you deal with blood gang members here. You do scandalous shit with them. And you are screwing a blood gang member that is a prisoner in one of the Louisiana parishes. And she's told me several times she's come to her door and opened her door. And she did not know it was a Mexican man at the door. And there was another man at the door on several occasions that her husband made arrangements in prison and paid in prison to send her drugs and money to her front door so that she could take the money and she could chop up and distribute the drugs in Atlanta, Georgia. See, I'm afraid now more than ever. Not just for my safety, I'm concerned because, as I said again, the people that don't like the way I'm handling my situation, just leave, unsubscribe, don't come over here no more. Because it's amazing to me. Somebody said, you still talking about this and you are putting posts up about this. Why don't you just move on? Put a root on her, put it in a jar, and move on. You sound like one of the stupidest motherfuckers that I've ever heard. And this is a female. It's certain black females. I don't want you near me. I don't want your advice. I don't want your comments on my page. Don't say nothing to me. Because this is not only a fucking spiritual issue, this has now become a legal issue and a safety issue. Someone came to my house twice, constantly text me, this shit is cold-blooded what she did. And she only did it because she had people encouraging her and people to watch her back. Coming over here, I did not know she knew my neighbors until I went outside and I read it and the spirit revealed to me. I knew she was getting ready to try to murder me. With the neighbors next door, I couldn't prove it, but I got that feeling. And to show you I did, before she came here, November the 7th, if you would look at my receipt and check my footwork, I told my assistant, this girl, we finna get into a fist fight. She is finna set up a scenario to create a fist fight so she could murder me with the lady next door. I said, I know that sounds crazy to you, but I'm not finna deal with her no more. I'm finna back up quietly, move away quietly, and start setting up, get my own equipment, and I'm gonna learn this technical stuff and how to set up my own videos. And you see, I did that the same day we shot that video. I shot that last video, her with the red calling cellular crews and my ancestors down October the 30th, the day before Halloween. When did I immediately turn around and said, no, I see this. They finna murder me. They finna set me up and she gonna create a confrontation with me to come over here. And that lady done set up with her because I seen the way the lady was ass shaped, was slacking in. I seen the way the lady ass shape. I seen death in the lady booty. And the death might not have been on her, but it bothered me because I knew the death had something to do. I said, they finna try to murder me. I don't know why this lady would do this to me because I ain't did that to her, but I seen it in her butt. I seen a skeletal sign when she assembled, when she turned, and I seen her looking at Shannon and they was talking low. And that lady sneaky over there because I seen how she came at me. She sneaky and she talked low and she always eavesdropping and spying on somebody. I know they try to listen through the wall. But you know, ain't nothing dishonest by drips. That's my problem. Sometimes I'm too goddamn honest. She can listen. I know they've been doing. I felt it. The past few months, I felt, and the spirits told me it was on that wall, and she had a glass on the wall. And I knew they was setting me up. And then when I seen them together, Nipsey said, "You see that?" My other spirits and one of my demons came up and said, "You see that? They finna get ready to murder you." And I see they act like I didn't see it, but the wife, instead of walking past Shannon and going over there across the street in the truck with her son, because she eventually left with her son, she stopped and I invited her up here. She refused to come. Shannon then was looking at her and a mouth was moving. Shannon turned to the side. She thought I didn't see it. People always want to think that you're stupid. You got a gang behind you, and I don't even know you got a gang behind you, and that you come over here and talk to that lady, and her husband, you got a phone number. Y'all are plotting to have me murdered right here, along with these people sending demonic spells in these groups, as I mentioned, Afua and Baby Mama. They had all been threatening me already, and they made I was exposing both of them. And they kept been threatening me since 2019. I got the emails that said, bitch, I'm gonna come down there and kill you and beat your ass. By what you said about Nipsey Baby Mama, the actress, and about what you said about a fool and keep her name out your mouth. And just what, a month or two ago, they harassed me on the phone about who a fool and what I said and wanted me to take it back and take it down. So I already knew that and then her other male, Red Pill, these other ones were making threats to me and said they'll come to my house and blow my house down. And I don't know who I'm dealing with and threatening me and say, you've been around here before. So the writing was already on the wall that they wanted to Charles Manson helter skelter me. So I didn't, and no other psychic warned me. These other, like that psychic said in that reading, she said spiritual people in that spiritual community knew what they was getting ready to do to Alexis. She says other psychics and Rita's so jealous of her and want to take her down. She said, I don't know who this is. I started laughing. She said, this lady is deal with like Ghostbusters. I started laughing. So I knew she knew I dealt with the dead. and entities. She said, like Ghostbusters, somebody want her to do a job, they're gonna be, she said, all I can see said the word Ghostbusters, and this lady is a light worker, this lady a psychic. She said this lady done solved some type of mystery, some type of crime, and put it together. They want to kill her because she done revealed a secret. I started laughing again. I said, God damn, I wish I knew this lady to thank her. But then again, it could also be me and some other reader, you know. I'm not the only one, but the way you listen to it, it sound like me. And the day she did it, November the 9th, was the day she came back and tried to murder me again, because that's the day she got fired. Last Thursday. No, your boss didn't call me and blame me for firing you. She blamed you for her firing you. And immediately getting escorts, she probably called the police. Because I told, when she saw how violent and dangerous and unstable you are, she didn't do it herself. And I'm afraid for this lady because I think there are other security breaches. Now that I've talked to other doctors and I know the power of being in control of the front desk, she was absolutely right when she told me, I said, do not hang up. Good morning, bitch. Put your manager on the phone because me and her need to have a little talkie. About you. Going to pack your lunch. And she's like, one thing I can tell you is this. And the high-pitched, squeaky voice, like somebody with helium in their mouth, that left. She put a lot of bass in her voice. She lowered her voice and started threatening me low. One thing I will tell you is this. I control the phone and I control the front desk. Everything that comes in here has to go through me first. And I will make sure that I block you and you will not speak to my manager or anybody at this office today. Hung up on me and I kept calling back. And so she did not know. No, you're not my match. No, you don't think like me. No, you do not have an accurate psychological profile of me. Emotional profile, spiritual profile, mental health profile. You don't have any of that accurate about me. Because I checkmated you. And you didn't know I was in your ass and I was in your website. And I knew I made it a point to get to know everybody that was in power that had created this organization, that was over the organization, that you could not block and you couldn't tell them what to do. You couldn't warn them about me unless you tell a lie. You're a big liar. You told so many lies on me. Just like she said, I told her and I told everybody my mother was a white woman. That has never ever come out of my mouth. Never ever come out of my mouth. I have pictures and I said I have white people in my family. My mother's father's half white. My mother has a lot of white blood in her. I have said that, yes, but I never said my mother was a genetically European woman, although she has a lot of European blood. I have said you can't really see my mother on those old videos. The footage, the lighting is bad. She looks dark. My mother likes to tan in the summer, but my mother is a very pale so-called black woman. And she has a lot of mixed blood directly from her father. And his father is a white man. His wife, which is my mother's grandmother, is a native. Even though she might have been classified as black, I have the picture. This lady looks just like an Indian. And she has this long, silky braids with gray in them and black. It's so silky and straight. They plaited her hair, pulled it. She's fat, short and fat, but her husband's tall. You can tell he's a white man. And the braid is so long and pretty. They swooped it around her neck, down her breast and chest. It is laying on her thigh. I don't have to lie. I have the photo. I'm going to try to show it to you. I'm probably going to have to get it sent to one of these picture places to clear up the fadedness because it's very old. And some stupid person, actually, I didn't know what they were talking about because I didn't hear it until my assistant told me, your mother's not white, ha ha ha. I know that. That's never come out of my mouth. If y'all can find any audio where I said that to y'all, please let me know. I wouldn't be stupid enough to say that because it's not true. My biological birth mother's not white, but she has a lot of white blood on her father's side of the family, and so does he. And he looks like it. All his brothers are so handsome and so gorgeous. I met them, and all his children, my uncle's children, which would be my uncle is my mother's father's brother. Gorgeous. His children and his wife was light skinned. She died, physically died. She's also light skinned, but their children are different colors. One looking high, some looking high yellow, some brown, some dark, in between. Not too dark though, and they all have their own looks. And they have like an indigenous look or even a European look about them. They all have different. His children do those kind of looks running in the family, like just like they do in a lot of so-called black folks' family. Uh, and then there are white people in there. I've said that before. That's what I said. I never said my mother was a white woman. You can see my mother, but you can't really see her. I have a couple of pictures around. I'll try to find and upload so y'all can see her. My mother was a beautiful woman to me. Dirty and sick, but she was still a beautiful woman to me. And she was a bad bitch because she was about that money. I can get credit where credit is due. She wasn't good to her children. She neglected, abandoned, and abused her children. She made it very clear she didn't want her children. But I still admired how she came from nothing and accomplished a lot of things. And I do see parts of me in her that were always admired her, wanted to be like her, wanted to look like her, was inspired by her. Although she made it clear she never approved of her children, she never wanted her children. Things like that I've always said. I've always said those things, but I never said my mother was a white woman. And you know what? After today, I'm not going to keep on addressing everything this lying, pathological lying idiot says, and that's a sociopath and a psychopath. But I don't mind if you all go listen to her and you compare her notes to my notes and you see who's telling the truth and who's not telling the truth. Because I would never tell lies. This lady was so bold. And another point I noticed from just rewatching what she did and listening to what she said, every time I listened to her outside and when I listened to the audio, I knew there was a group behind her and I knew she had someone out here encouraging her. But never in a million years would I have believed it was the husband and wife. I saw the wife out there and I knew, as you can see, I didn't lie. On October 30th, I knew she was getting ready to betray me. I knew she was a Judas. I knew they were going to do a Jesus Christ to me. I knew that they were going to try to crucify me and set it up like they did with Jesus or Yeshua and say that he did it to himself. He brought it on himself. I was horrified. And I couldn't believe the spirits. But see, if I wouldn't have been outside on my property with them spirits awake, they were all, and then remember how I said, Kim, Daddy, say you at war in your own house, in the inside of your house and the outside of your house. They done did black magic on you. They done sent demons in your house. They standing right here by the altar, Alexis. They have been told to murder you. He said they outside of your, it's war, Alexis. This is war. It's cold red. It's red. It's finna get bloody in here. And then I told he gave me the formula. Look at it. Look at the date of it. I said that Daddy said it. We're at war. And so I ordered what he told me. And some of the things I just got in the mail a couple days ago. So I'm getting them together. Because since nobody decided to come warn me, people in the conscious community, people that are so-called spiritual and witches and other spiritual psychics that don't like me, that have come up against me, was all fat and funky looking. They had to know. But instead of them saying something, they sitting back grinning and getting their popcorn and getting their Coca-Cola because they wanted to see me murdered. They were waiting to get the message that I had been murdered. They wanted me destroyed. And the next day I was puzzled about it. And I said, Nipsey, even though she said I don't talk to him. Look, I don't care about that either. That I'm in love with him, that I'm obsessed with him, that I say he's here and it's not. I don't care about it. That's not illegal either. I can't be arrested for that because I'm not bothering nobody. And then it's funny that I said something that he said and it come true. Just like, was it yesterday, the day before, there have been a chain, and in Europe somewhere, there has been volcano warning over there so bad, they have now evacuated people over there, and the volcanic eruptions and the vibrations from it so bad have cracked the whole cement, cracked the sidewalk, cracked the street open. And I said, Nipsey said that, and I said it's a chain of volcanoes connected from different countries that are going to go off right now. I can feel it. And it's in the news now. A chain of volcanoes yesterday and the day before have erupted at the same damn time. But Nipsey's not speaking to me. and I have a mental problem. But I guess you're a psychic now, you would know. But since you see and know so much, why didn't they tell you that in the process of trying to commit a murder on me, that it was going to all backfire in your face and you was going to fall? The Lord said, touch not mine anointed, do my prophets no harm. Yeah, I got some demons on the side. I started laughing. I got some good ones too. I still deal with God and Archangel Michael too. The lady said, ain't nobody gonna bother her. And that reading towards the end, I bust out laughing. She said she got powerful protection. This lady's stronger than they thought, and it backfired and they failed. And said now it's gonna be payback for it. She said that lady got light beings over there. She said, she got some dark being over there too. I said, angels and demons. That lady confirmed what I said, what I told y'all that were over here. Y'all seen it was just what? A couple of weeks ago, I said, and I've said it before, I said, I'm not worried. I'm not going to run from nobody that keeps sending death threats over here and put my address and phone number. I said, I ain't worried about, and I'm by myself and I ain't got to get nobody like she did to talk shit, for me to talk shit and have backup. I have no physical backup. I ain't worried about y'all come over here shooting me, beating my ass, and killing me. I saw these spirits in the house and all in the yard. You will be punished and it will backfire, and you dig 2 graves. You heard me, I said dig 2 graves, because they're going to do to you what you're trying to do to me and your children. See, she talking about, and something I heard her say, people played it back to me. She better take care of her son. She need to take care of her son. First of all, my son, I don't have the power to go in there and cook, clean, give him no money, give him no clothes, give him no wash rag and soap to wash his ass. I can't take care of my son. Only thing I do is talk to him and send him money when he need it. And call down there and tell him what's going on, or if somebody bothers him, I go down there and I make sure that it's an alert. And if he gets killed or injured, then we deal with that from a legal perspective. But it's something when she said, take care of your son. She need to take care of her son. She need to take care of her son. I said, Lord have mercy. I did not tell the police that she's a gang member and she's gang affiliated, and her husband is a blood gang member. And it's clear because of the lingo that she used too. So I didn't know if she'd also talked to any bloods about coming around my house, catching me off guard, because she kept saying, bitch, it's a smash on site. It's a SOS. I said, that's gang terminology. I know the sign, I know the language, I know the terminology. I said, so I wonder, is she getting blood gang members involved in this? Because she don't want to tell so many lies on me to the next door neighbor. She done told so many lies on me in public. And I'm sure she went and told lies to these gang members. Yes, that lady was on goddamn it point. And you know what? I could be wrong. She might not be talking about me. The spirit might not have had her get that message to me. I assume I received the motherfucker, goddammit, because of the date she did it. I never saw this lady. I don't have to lie to you. I don't know this lady. I ain't never heard of the lady until last night. So nobody can say the lady warned me. That's how I knew it was coming. No, my spirits live in the house. That's another thing. She's stupid. Oh, I'm not going in the house because spirits in the house. The spirits are on my sidewalk. The spirits are on my roof. They in the air around the whole building. They in the yard. They out there in the dirt. They out there under that tree, especially under the tree where she was standing. Because they live in trees. They love living things and nature, and they live in the water outside. They in the water, in the ground, in the sewer. They on the asphalt. They at the door of the complex when you come here and drive around. So she's not, and she kept saying, I'm protected from you. I do magic too. I'm protected from you. You're not the only one to do magic. I'm not cursed. Your curse not going to work. Nothing bad is going to happen to me because I'm protected from you. I knew then she had talked to some witches about me. Some of the ones that don't like me, she contacted them because she texts me. So I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with Queen of Four now. Now, I do not know if that's true. I am not saying that's true. I don't know. I will not say that I know that. I haven't checked it. And when we did check it, we didn't see that she was impressed with her and looked at her as somebody she want to be up under her as a friend. They just use crazy motherfuckers like it. She probably was talking to somebody that's affiliated in her account, but I don't, and I will not say that. to this day, at this particular time, I will not say that her and the pool are friends. But I wouldn't be surprised if you have affiliations that send a message to you. Let's put it like that. And your other buddies in there, and Erica Ford and all these people, they knew because they had been sending the magic over here. They were too out to get me, and the lies they told. I knew they wanted me to be sick. I knew they wanted me to be handicapped. I knew they wanted to be killed because those were the false statements Erica Ford and the other ones have been making about me for years. So I knew they had been doing it. And then Kim's father was standing here with the dark forces, and then the demons that they sent that are not mine, they started to talk to me. So I know it was with their camps. I knew it was groups of people, 10, 15, 20, and it was men and women. So when she said it's smash on sight, you understand me, bitch? I already know that's SOS. I know other gang members. I know GDs. I know Bloods. I know Crips. I know some of the language is interchangeable. And plus, I already knew she was a Blood gang member and her husband's one. So when she's saying this, I'm like, this bitch has probably told some Blood gang members, but they're not. They listen to her. They know she's stupid. They know she on dope. And in DeKalb County, probably in the whole state of Georgia, in DeKalb County, the gang task force are very, very serious about identifying, isolating, moving in, and quashing gang activity and very violent gangs and individuals. See, and then this person gonna tell me, well, just put on a jar, do a root, and stop doing. Oh, I see. What are you doing? Oh, I hate to see you do this and go down like this, like I am mentally unraveling. No, you need to stay away from me. Because this needs to be public information, what she's doing. And the dangerous gangs at the city of Atlanta ain't playing about these gangs. And the list of gangs in the task force. And you think you're going to tell me to stop talking about this? Because this is something I never revealed to y'all. It's still things about how I've revealed to y'all that I know for a fact are true. This in the third dimensional realm is a danger to me. This is the third dimensional realm has state and federal crimes and charges connected to gang violence and gang activity and the gang stalking to murder an individual. Now that is against the law in Georgia, and they want to know, is she a blood gang member, blood gang affiliate, and that her husband is a blood gang member? I think I saw a picture. He might have some tats. I couldn't see the whole picture. And you think you're going to tell me what to do? And that I should not let my fans know who love me, knowing that my address, my phone number's out here, and I'll tell her who else she gave it to. She stood on YouTube and gave out my address again Sunday. People taped it and sent it to me. It's up here in the video section of my YouTube page. And it's clear you don't care about me. A lot of y'all want me to stop talking about this and putting out accurate information that I know to be true. That is a state and a federal violation under gang law that could get me murdered, want me to keep it to myself and put a root in a damn jar and move on about my business because you want to ask me what about celebrity reading, somebody you know, or some type of crime or some type of headline, and you want me to move on from this when right now my life is in danger. I have not gotten a temporary restraining order at this time. They are still redacting her information on a police report. I had to look and get her information on my own because she had so many addresses on her police report, and so on the background check I did on her, so many aliases here that I had to try to identify the address on my own, and I got one. But they still did not send me an unredacted police report. I have not stood in front of a judge. I have not gotten a temporary restraining order. But you want me to move on and crack jokes and laugh and talk and do segments of AKT Celebrity Reads, knowing that if I'm not secure, if my body as Alexis K. Tyler is not secure, if my home and my surroundings is not secure, and I'm murdered or I'm seriously maimed, I would not be able to do AKT celebrity reads for anybody or pass any message for spirits anyway. I really have a problem with black females talking to me like this right here. I'm willing to continue to do what I'm doing and go down my path. And if it leads me wrong, I know it won't, because I am documenting critical and very important information to stop me from being killed. And if I am killed in the commission of delivering it, all of y'all and DeKalb County Police will know things that I'm telling you about her and her husband and activities she's involved in, and to check her arrest record to verify what I am saying before my possible death, so that I can get this bitch in death if I can't get this bitch in life. I'm dropping breadcrumbs for the public, to the public, the people that love me and that will call and file a complaint like I know y'all flooded that motherfucker yesterday. Thank you. Y'all don't know how much that means to me that y'all love me, because I don't have nobody. I don't have no family. My son's in jail. I don't have nobody. And y'all, even the neighbors are right here. I don't even feel safe sleeping at night, knowing that they live next door and I can't change it. And some young lady, I know she didn't mean no harm because I read all of it. And she said, you need to stop trusting people and have people around you that want to do you harm and all that shit. I never trusted her. I never completely trusted her. And anybody can be turned when they're predisposed to be a drug addict and have weaknesses in them. They can love you 1 minute and they feeding for a drug they can't get it. They ain't got no money. Somebody can do magic on them and seduce them and do magic to control their mind, and then approach them with an offer they cannot refuse based on the weaknesses and the addictions that they got. But you're trying to say protect myself. How the fuck I'm gonna protect myself from my goddamn neighbors when they live right next to me and they're on the same soil that I'm on? They're in the same condominium complex that I own and that I live in. So at any given time, now I'm on high alert. I feel like I'm in danger because you sat there and you aided, abetted, and you encouraged a riot and violence against me. I can't move away from them. I can't stay away from them. Even if I wasn't talking to them, they would still cause me problems with my parking lot and causing people to call me a bitch. And I ain't got to get out your apartment, bitch. I ain't got to get out your parking lot, bitch. I can park there. You don't have a car. And he's listening to his construction people argue with me and deliberately inciting it by pulling up in my space. And you know I own the space. They've been doing this to me for months now to incite arguments with me. So how am I supposed to not trust them and stay away from them and stay away from everybody that want to hurt me when they are right here in the same goddamn building I'm in? Please don't give me no advice, okay? Because I'm not listening to it. And it's because I'm in danger from these people that live in this building. They can still be plotting a murder against me right now and bringing another person since she failed. What can I do about it? I don't know about it. I don't hear it. I don't follow them the past 3 days. It's like it's ghosts over there. I can't see them. I can't hear them through the wall. I haven't seen them outside. I haven't seen the dogs. I haven't seen them walking the dogs. It's like it's a ghost town over there. Either they're over there and they're moving very quietly, or they're not there. And they're plotting something else, weighing their options, because I have exposed them and put their pictures out and showed what they did to me. They can get a lawyer to try to sue me. I would be willing to go to court for it. What they did to me is so dirty and low down, and y'all can hear that man on tape laughing. Go back and listen. When she got out and came up under the tree, first of all, she was at the car. The shit started bordering on comedy at that point. She turned and said, oh, I got a gun in the car. I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot you. She turns around like she's digging. She's bending over digging in the car for a gun. And then she turned around. I got the gun. I got nothing to shoot you now. This man is sitting right there watching it. He never said, girl, take your ass home. What you are doing is wrong. Leave that lady alone. You're sitting right here next to my property. Whatever you do to her and you shoot, it could hurt me or cause me problems. I'm going to call the police. He didn't even threaten to call 911. If you listen to the video, he never even pretended as if you got one more time. You got a few minutes to get up out of here. You never heard him say it. That's why I hope him and his wife sue me. Take me to court. Because I would love for a judge. He didn't know I was taping him. Remember because they said I'm on your level. He's been in the military. He's been all around the world. So this man thinks he's smarter than me too. Him and his wife and Shannon McGee done put this shit together on me, and it's heartbreaking to me. I'm horrified now to think that when I actually felt that and I started getting my own equipment behind her back on October 30th, y'all were finna murder me on Halloween, but I called the spirits in Halloween. And they clearly heard me, and they started mounting up, putting their armor on around the house. I have a skeleton army of the dead. I have Anubis here, Osiris, all of my agreeable ancestors and the disagreeable beings that like me, that I've also helped bring their messages through, like Lord Infamous, that was speaking to me from 3-6 Mafia. I'm in between heaven and hell in this motherfucker. And she clearly didn't respect me. She didn't respect what I believe. She did not respect the altars. She didn't respect the people that were here outside of their bodies. She took me as a joke, laughing and talking about me and saying I wanted to get her so bad. I actually drove from Johns Creek so fast. I got here in 45 minutes just to murder this bitch tonight. She's looking at him to the left. She's giving him eye contact. He's looking at her. And she said, this is a dead bitch tonight. And he never ever said, get your crazy fat ass out away from here. And I'm going to call 911. I'm going to report you. I see your car. You make your mother. Leave that lady alone. I'm not going to watch you murder this lady. This nigga encouraged the shit. Listen at the point where she starts pointing like she's pulling the trigger of a gun. But she's like, I got a gun. Just jumping around doing all kinds of crazy shit. I didn't hear a gun go off. I didn't see it. That doesn't mean she didn't have it because it was dark. But I didn't hear one go off. I didn't hear her fire a bullet towards me. I didn't see it. She then goes up under the tree, jumping around, doing a shadow boxing routine that Mayweather done taught her, goddammit, when she went to Vegas or when he came to Atlanta, gave her a private session. You know, T.I. and Tiny know him. And at one time, T.I. and Mayweather got into it because he said that Tiny was screwing Mayweather. So, you know, it's possible they could have, since they her friends, she said, they could have gave her a private boxing lesson and shit. After she did that, she then walked closer on the edge. She was halfway on my property and my neighbor's property. She said, I'll pee on you. And I said, you pee on me, that'll be the last person you do. I'm going to bust your bladder. He goes, ha, 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 ha. Go back and listen to the video. No issue the safe. No, I'm not just speaking my truth. I am giving you facts of what she did, what she said, what the neighbor did. And there is a police report. There are 2 police reports filed on her. And I know that DeKalb County do not play about organized gangs. And I know that she's a gang member. I know her husband is a blood gang member. No, I'm not speaking my truth. I am stating a fact. And she was speaking gang lingo on the text. And she was speaking it to me. It's on site, bitch. It's on site. Smash on site, bitch. It's on site. But then you see me and you see she wouldn't come up here. Because her and that fat man next door that stank. How do I know he stank? And I said it so hard. I didn't even know I was saying that. Oh, that spirit on me. I don't know why I said it was stinking. I know he stank because up in my bedroom, my wall is connected to their house. Okay. The whole wall is connected to their house. But when I go upstairs, I can hear them. And there's sometime he was so stinking. Real stinking. His stomach long. And he fat with a pushed in ass and a long leg with a crippled hip and a crippled leg hopping on that walker out there. He can't even stand up no more. By himself, he need that assistant. They probably got a pot over there, like a small porta potty, where they have a walker-like thing and they slide the little pot in there. When you sit out in the middle, you sit down in pot right there. Whoever the nurse is, she probably several them quick because he's so stinking that the smell and the rottenness in the core and the root of his ass was stank so bad. Woke me up out my sleep because I started having breathing difficulty. I woke up like instead of breathing deep, get some real good air in my lungs. I breathe, I like sleep on my back. So I breathe out my nose. You're healthy if you breathe out your nose. If you're a mouth breather, you need to get yourself checked out because you're going to have a lot of medical problems from an age faster from mouth breathing because your mouth open when you sleep or you wake up and catch it or, it's your mouth breather. I'm a nose breather. So that night I was breathing real deep in the spirit. I was sleeping good. And I was sleeping, a lot of times I can wake up and I watch myself. I can hear myself. I can see myself. My body sleep. I be up out of it. So I would say, and I said, I couldn't breathe. My wind got choke in me. My wind, I started breathing real shallow. It couldn't, because that funk got down in the deep part of my lung. And I started choking. I started gasping. I couldn't breathe. And then when I woke up, I said, God damn, he stank. I know it was him. Because I know the days that it smelled like that his wife don't be there. And I just know it ain't her. It's him. And I was hoping it'll fade out and go away. And I said, how can this funk ooze through the sheetrock? It must be cracks or something I don't see. I'm talking about, and it's been a lot of mornings that I didn't see him outside, but his truck there now. I knew that he was inside of there shitting. Because it was certain days when I knew he was home that the wall was real stinking. The wall was stinking. That seeped through my sheetrock. The sheetrock was stinking. The air within a few inches. Because see, my bed is up against the wall. I like to sleep up against the wall. So I can see everything in my front door or somebody come in the house and come to my front door. I push up against the wall facing the door. I don't have my bed, where I can't face the door. So my wall is up on that sheetrock. So my nose is only like 3 or 4 inches from the goddamn wall. So the wall was real funky and stinking. It oozed through the sheetrock, through the fibers and the microscopic hole in it, and it dived and assaulted my nose and lungs. That shit was so, I'm telling you, when he does that, he need to go see by himself. When somebody butt smell like that, they need to see by themselves. And he need to get a colonoscopy. I'm talking, they need to clean. They need to give him one of them elephant laxatives because he built up like an elephant in the front. And you know how the elephant got the air pushed in the back with a tail. Big old thick ass feet. Big feet about size 12 feet. With a real big old heel with them sandals. Them handicapped sandals. So I can see his heel. I know it stank by the way his feet shaped. And his crust on the end of his heel. See, you think I'm lying? Okay, go study iridology and foot reflexology. All your bowels, your heart, your lung, your tongue, your vagina, your penis. All those are reflexology points in the bottom of your feet. Okay? Go look it up. I don't have to lie. And it's chakras in the feet. So when they massage the feet energy point, he need to get them to touch that point on the bottom of his feet and do that feet detox and pull that crust out around the bottom of his feet. So that they can touch that reflexology point for his bowels to ask his bowels to stop stinking like that. Because I think that they can push down in there in his feet and leg and talk to his bowels like that. And they can maybe readjust him, but too, he need to change his diet. Because he eat a whole 2 or 3 pots of chitlins by itself. All kind of chili cheese dogs and hot dogs and hamburgers and all kind of slop. Because that's how he built up. Slop and stinking. And see, that's how I know for a fact what I said was true about him. The spirit told me to. See, the spirit revealed it. And then when I get up out my bed, I have to walk that same wall to get to my master bedroom. So not only am I smelling and I have to start coughing and get up because I can't breathe, I walk to my bathroom as the wall is stinking all the way to my bathroom, and it's stinking in my bathroom. It's so bad I can hardly use my own bathroom. So what I have to do is when it's like that, and it's his ass is real, his asshole real strong. It's real strong in the spirit, and it's strong in the 3D, baby, because it's so strong that the wall and about 3 or 4 inches out of my wall be stinking so bad. About an hour or two, I have to go downstairs. I have to come down here where I'm at now, and I have to come away from that wall and sit here and get me a lot of water and use the other bathroom because I don't see where I'm sitting at right now. Now the wall wasn't stinking this morning, so he must, I don't know, not be there or didn't move yet, or but I know when he does. See, that's how spiritual and in tune I am. Plus the house be talking like it was a movie a long time ago, a show or something. If the walls could talk, they talk to me. That's how I knew they've been eavesdropping on me. They was trying to set my ass up. And he liked to unloosen his asshole at a certain time and unleash it on me and attack me and come through the wall like that with his ass on the wall. That's why I said, please don't drive off that road, baby. Pull over if you need to. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Y'all probably know. Y'all probably done been through what I'm going through. Y'all have been around somebody and you smell their butt through the wall. You hear everything through the wall. See, they want to laugh at me and make fun of me and say I don't have no gift and I'm crazy with a mental problem and crippled. But you sat there and told that police you was scared of me. And you stood outside and said you was scared of me. I'm scared to come in that voodoo house of yours. Bitch, you know I'm not coming in that goddamn house. But then you tell everybody I'm a joke, I'm a liar. I'm pussy. Pussy. She's pussy. The only one looks pussy is someone that would laugh and cuss and threaten a person and say, smash on sight. It's on sight. It's on sight. And you have a full physical image of me and you in front of my property and you're driving up and down. Speaking of that again, driving up and down, when I wanted to show you to make a point, when she was coming up and she kept doing it, she would back away. Why? Because when I came outside to show y'all she wasn't out there, the neighbor was not on the porch at the time that I was outside. That's why she kept driving around, coming back, driving all the way down to the dead end here, turning around or backing up because her buddy was not out on the porch. If you notice, a few minutes later, when I went in and then I heard her and she kept calling me, come outside, bitch. I'm outside. She called me on my phone. I answered. And I said, I didn't see you. I'm out here now. And I heard her. I knew she was in front of my door. She wasn't in front of the other door up the hill. And she said, see, everybody knows she's too pussy to come outside. How can I come outside or come to my door when you knew that I didn't hear you because you wasn't in front of my door? You was in front of a door that don't nobody live there but some ghosts and a few rats and 2 or 3 cats and some roaches. You knew nobody lived there. You knew I wasn't there. And you see what I did? As soon as she came, what did I do? I opened the door and I went on live so that I could document. I opened my screen door. What's pussy about that? But I'm not stupid. And there was no way I was going to walk off of my property, go off of my property and fight her right there or walk up the hill. See, to get to the stop sign she was talking about, I can't even see it because there's a whole bunch of trees covering it. I have to walk up a hill, go in the yard on the side, the other side where you saw her parking at. It's a dirt path, a very rocky dirt path that's cut right there, and the fence is open right there so that you could pass through, because a lot of people that work in this area will walk to catch the bus stop. So the stop sign, she said, is also a major bus stop. And right now they're widening, expanding the road because I know they're getting ready to regentrify over here. I can feel it in my spirit. I'm just going to look at the zoning and planning committee to see if I'm correct. I would have to walk through there, and it's tiny and it's very dark right there. And so as you get up to the street with the stop sign. There's a street light there. There's a bridge near Farrington, and there is a gas station and a fast food store and a little old plaza. It's been there for like 30 years. She want me to go through that path in the dark by myself. By myself. I don't know who's there. I don't know what she got set up for me, but it's clear you dirty and low down because you're doing this with the owners, and you only got out the car when the owner was on the porch watching you to have your back to do the dirty shit that you're doing. I don't know why you felt secure to do that, because there's no court of law that's going to uphold what he did and what you did. For some reason, she felt safe and that we're going to get away with this. And I'm sure he told her, because did you hear him when I said, come up here? Don't you go up there. Don't you go up there. But then they kept telling me, calm down, come off the property, walk up the hill. You won't walk up the hill because you know what's going to happen to you. Yeah, I'm going to get arrested and possibly double teamed by your gang and be brutally murdered. And at that point, if I had been murdered off of my property and the investigation would have been done, you know what the police were going to say? Or if I had been extremely wounded and I survived it, but was handicapped and wounded, you know what the police would have said to me? You're not a victim. We don't see you as a victim, and we're not going to treat you as a victim. So I wasn't pussy. And you know I wasn't, because you wouldn't come and do what you say you're going to do. You're looking dead at me. If you were bold enough to come here, a real gangster bitch that'll do you SOS, you would have came right here because I'm right in your crosshairs. Now, people were also calling me and donating to me from New York City. I know that them girls up there don't want now a day of that. And a lot of them live down here in Georgia. I know some of them. Like Nikki Love. Them Brooklyn girls and be like, they don't want now, they don't play the radio on your ass. Them girls are like vicious hyenas up there. As grown women, I was talking to one the other night who donated to help me. She said, I don't like this. And you know, if you was here and you know, if I was there, that wouldn't have happened. I said, girl, I know. I don't want y'all to do that. I got it. I know what I'm doing. I said, let me ask you a question. You tell me this. From the way she responded, is that a gangster bitch to you that I was scared of or should be scared? She said no. Her husband was on the phone with her. He was listening. She bust out laughing. She said, no, ma'am. I asked another gangster bitch I know from Brooklyn that don't play that. She said no. Not to us. Because they either participated in that shit when they was younger or they knew people that did. She said, New York bitches don't move like that. That's really about that. That's a gangster bitch. They do not keep calling you. They do not keep texting you. You'll know if y'all got beef or y'all already had previous altercation and threats would have been made. Yes, she's not saying no threats would have been made, but that would have been it. You know y'all got ongoing beef. Some of them might call you one time. Some of them might text you. But to keep on doing some child, she's very emotional, very immature, like a child. You can tell she moves and she thinks as a child. This is not a psychologically mature adult brain that she has. Now, her mama, and you know, another thing I can't get over, her mother has to know that she's doing this. She lives in the house with her mother. Why is her mother aiding and abetting her and allowing her to do this in the house and will not address her and tell her to stop? And her two children are watching this. One 13-year-old, one 18-year-old. The 18-year-old is the one that was filming me. Her mother has to know. And anybody in the house has to know. And her mother has to know that she gave birth to a pathological liar. She know this girl semi-retarded, and I just really wonder, did she have this little child psychologically evaluated? Because the mother has to be involved in this. If the mother's not directly participating or encouraging it, she's living under her mother's roof, and her mother has to know. This is really surprising to me because I've seen the mother before. It was times where I wasn't feeling well, like 3 years ago, and she was using her mother's car The mother said, I cannot come home and give you my car to bring Alexis any food or anything she need. But I tell you what, tell me what she want. I will go get it. And it's been a couple of times her mother has actually come over here. And she's an attractive woman still. And the mother seems very classy and not about bullshit and confusion. The mother always talked very soft and very controlled. She seems totally opposite of her daughter. I cannot believe Shannon's mother is in the house with her and do not know that she is doing this, and the mother will not talk with her or at least give her an ultimatum. Back to the New York bitches, the real gangster bitches. And I didn't know how many of them love me and New York City support me. Thank y'all. I love y'all motherfuckers too. Huh. That lady said, I'm going to tell you just like this. This is what we do up here. We got a beef with another woman. She know we don't have previous beef before. She know I want to fight her. She want to fight me. She said, I'm not going to, a real gangster bitch is not going to call her and text her, say this day and this time, I'm going to come and beat your ass and I'm going to murder you in front of everybody. I'm going to tape it and all that. She said, we don't do that. Next thing you know, oh, let me see who's at the door. You know, you think it's the mailman or somebody or package you live. Because a lot of times, these kind of bitches right here know your schedule. They know you when you getting the Chinese food dropped off. They know when your mailman come. They know your whole schedule with the niggas and whatever bitches with it. And you don't know that they know. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Oh, that's my food. That's my mail. You open that door. Whoa, there it is. They will then proceed to whoop your ass at the threshold of your door, grab you, and then walk in your house while they got hold of you and proceed to beat that ass while they inside your living room. Fuck your ass up. Don't even care about 911 and nobody. See, that's the way a real gangster do it. That's the way a gangster bitch don't play that shit. They don't play that shit, all that jaw janking and goddamn it shit and yah and rah and that boo game. See, she kept playing the boo game with me. You keep threatening somebody, boo, stop your foot, boo, that's what she thought I was. I'm thinking about the legal ramifications of what's going on. And she keeps saying she's a renter, she's a tenant, she's an apartment owner. I wouldn't even do that if I lived in an apartment, but I'm definitely not going to do that because I have too much to lose. And I already know this is mine. And it seemed like y'all will also, there's another reason you're getting paid to do it. And somebody, they told you to lure me off of the property up the hill, as if you thought I was really unstable, that I would go. And whoever else you had, because I heard there was another woman on the phone when she called me. She tried to say I was lying, I was crazy. No, she was still talking. While she was talking, another woman was like, where she at? Man, tell this old bitch to come outside. That's what I heard. So if they were not on the phone, in the car with her, they were on the three-way. So we can beat this old bitch ass. I'm tired of this old bitch running her mouth. Tell this old hoe to come outside. And Shannon was, yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Tell the pig, I'm right here right now. The pig won't come out. You see what I'm saying? That Minnie Mouse voice, that squeaky Minnie Mouse voice, and that Mickey Mouse childhood ass voice. It was her talking at the same time. And I'm thinking to myself, y'all go around and jump on crippled old people? That's not even a challenge. That's not even a match. But y'all do dirty shit like that and kept saying that the old hoe need to come. This is what I heard. She was with someone and then she kept saying, come up the hill. It's dark at night. You think I'm going to walk by myself up through some bushes and meet you. Then we'll fight at the stop sign. Do you see how retarded that she sounds? And then you think I'm going to leave the property. I would have been arrested. We both would have been arrested. Then my house would have been open for them to send squatters in here, for them to demolish it. Somebody sit here while I'm in jail. And I'm telling how long I would have had to sit there if I had done that, made that move. So I guess checkmate, because you playing checkers, I play chess. You totally estimated me to be an emotional, unstable idiot. Your leader's dumb. Your leader's a coward. Your leader's a pussy. You follow her, but she was jealous because she wants to be a star. She wants to be famous. She says she exercise now since I exercise so she can have a sexy body and get a BBL and stand in front of the world, and that she want young niggas to want to stick they thing in her mouth and in her butt. And since she don't have a follower, she actually thought y'all were going to turn on me because she said I was a coward. And I know the people that can really see, you didn't see that when you saw and heard me in the live when she was here. She actually thought that y'all don't need to follow her. She's a coward, but you need to follow me. You come to people's houses like that as a grown woman and attempt to jump them. And when you get there, you choke. You don't have the courage. You never did. You only stopped in front of the house when he brought his fat ass outside and was laughing and encouraging you. When I think about it, it's chilling to me. Yeah, she's looking, they giving each other act. She's looking at him for approval. And I'm like, wow, you know him. You know him. The spirit started telling me right then. I said, y'all trying to set me up. You're inciting Ryder to have me murdered. Y'all heard it. I said, y'all two know together. Y'all don't put this shit together on me. You finna try to have her kill me. What you talking about? I ain't got nothing to do with it. I said, I see it now. That's when the spirit, it really, I broke my heart and I was terrified, horrified. That's the first time I ever seen them together, because I don't be outside. I never seen them together. I never seen them talking. And the way she kept looking at him for approval when she said, I'll murder her tonight. He told me, and he's looking at her, and the way she's looking at him and staring in his eyes, I'm like, is he related to her? Is that her lover? Or have they been friends plotting to murder me? Because she kept looking at him and she wouldn't blink. I knew they had a bond and I knew they knew each other. So I'm like, I wonder if she's looking at him as a friend, a father figure, like several things, like what's going on? And the wife hid behind the corner so I couldn't see her. And because I couldn't hear her. So I'm amazed. My mouth dropped. I said, y'all double teaming me. Y'all handicap alike. Your hip fucked up alike. Your knee fucked up alike. Y'all fat alike. And both of y'all goddamn it semi-handicap. Y'all got a bond and y'all set me up. You set me up to sick her on me to murder me. I said, I see what's going on. I never would have seen it because I wasn't going outside. So Nipsey told me to go outside. That's when I seen the first time. And Nipsey said, come on, Alexis. I don't want to think that. He say, if the husband is in it, the wife is in it, Alexis, they doing it together. She's going to follow her man. She's going to stand by her man. I was looking out the window thinking that early Thursday, I said, Nipsey, is that true? Because why he by himself? Nipsey said, no, they both in it. And when she came back a few hours later, the same Thursday, I was thinking that he said, no, she is going to do a Tammy Wynette. She's going to stand by her man. They both have conspired to have you murdered. After that, I heard a boom. Shannon threw the rock at my door. And I was on the phone with my friend. I said, you heard that? She said, girl, what is that? I said, it's her. She got fired today. And she done came back trying to murder me again. She done threw a rock. I said, I know that's what it was because she tried to break the glass on my screen door. I looked out the window. I didn't see nobody. So clearly this fat motherfucker can move fast when she needs to. Because when I looked out there, I said she's across the street sitting in the car, rocking. Her head was turning round, back and forth, and it like she was having a nervous breakdown, like, I'm going to get this bitch. I'm going to get this bitch. I said, I don't understand why she's sitting in the car because she just threw the rock. So I don't know why she's not knocked. She didn't knock on the door. She didn't ring the doorbell. She didn't scream for me to come out. She was quiet. Then I saw what Nipsey just said. I said, oh, man. The wife is outside with her, standing out there and open their door. So she had to call them to tell them she was on her way. And they watched her throw the rock at my door. And then they told the police she's been harassing Shannon. She never said she saw Shannon throw a rock at my door. Nipsey said, I tried to tell you, I know you're hurt by this, but I tried to tell you. When I saw her and I filmed for y'all could see her with the police, I don't know how to zoom the phone in and out. I'm looking, I said, damn. So the wife was in on it like I had seen. And like every time we did the video, the wife comes out and her and Shannon look at each other. Then I looked at Shannon. Shannon put her head down. I need y'all to share my Cash App. And I need y'all to continue to call the police because they still will not give me the address. I got one that I believe to be hers, but they didn't give it to me. And they need to know that she's a gang member and her husband's a gang member that's in prison in New Orleans. And they talk and he sends her packages through the mail and had Mexican to drop off packages and money and drugs at her door. And I believe there may be some gang members she's trying to recruit. I can't prove it, but I can't help but assume it because that's what she is. And y'all see how dirty and treacherous she is, and her husband knows. I don't know if he tried to solicit someone in Atlanta to do that to me. I just really cannot put my guard down at any time since you see how dirty this is. And then we have a video of her. I have it saved. I'm going to put it up so you can see it and send it to DeKalb County like y'all have done such a good job and send the videos. She's riding in the video. She says with her uniform on last week before she got fired. You know the way I feel? I wish that I could go run Alexis over with my car. You cannot make this stuff up. She said right now if I could, I would hit her with my car. Looking at the camera with them $5 braids in, saying she wanted to kill me and run me over with her car. I heard her saying it and I could not believe it. This is not what I saw in the spirit. She's actually on her video in her car driving to work with her uniform. She looked at the camera and she said this about me. Your pussy leader. So instead of getting out, doing what you're going to do, you're out of the car, you're walking up with your pep rally. You won't do that. So now you want to double back, come over here, lure me outside and hit me, run over me with your car. She said it. I'm going to find and see, can I upload to show it to you? This is unbelievable what she's doing, but yet DeKalb County still refuses to call me, refuses to speak to me, and they have a case number. They know. I submitted it and I showed you a copy. I submitted it on Facebook. They don't have to answer me on Facebook. But you have the information to prove I'm not some crazy lunatic making up shit. You have the 2 case numbers. You can look up what I'm saying. You have the 2 days she came over here and attempted to murder me. You have the video of her saying she's going to do it. And DeKalb County still won't take action. They still won't assist me and give me her address. One thing I did see, and I don't even know if it's accurate because she has so many addresses. It does say Snellville, Georgia. But I'm not sure she's in Snellville because she lies so much and gives false information. I did see that part. And so Snellville, Georgia with a zip code. But it would not show the full address. So if y'all come across something like that, send it to me. Because I'm going to have to try to use whatever address that seen. And that was on her police report. That's the one, must have been on her driver's license. But say they need to also look at her arrest record. Because I'm sure she was arrested more than one time in DeKalb County. You're not bold enough to steal a doctor's pad, a prescription pad. Either that doctor's pad was signed already, or she tried to forge the signature, but somebody knew something was funny about it, or a doctor had already got note that somebody wrote a drug, a controlled substance, or the feds got to him to know that this had happened. To see that she had obtained narcotics and controlled substances by fraudulent means. That's a very serious offense, and they keep letting her out. They let her out on bond here. She did it again. They let her out in New Orleans. She did a plea deal. And that's another thing the psychic was saying. It's some, she said, the police is involved right now. It's finna be an investigation. Somebody might go to jail, or they're gonna take a plea deal. They finna start snitching on everybody that put them up to it. They finna snitch, and she's the type that would do it. You said she did me. And I ain't even do nothing to her. She turned on me while she was supposed to be assisting me and doing errands and shit and being my friend and giving me food to put food on the altar for her uncle, Uncle Gary, and King Bond. And then her grandmother. She used to get the most beautiful steaks for us to put on the altar. That was like, what, over a year ago, and she was doing it in 2019. She's like, we're going to give them the best. I apologize for disrespecting you, because sometimes I would say they want this steak, has a bone in, they want this ice cream, they want this particular pie. Because sometimes I would bake them a frozen pie that they liked if I didn't have time to make it from scratch. And she would say, I didn't get them anything on the list because I didn't feel like doing it. And I felt like they could have some small sirloin without a bone. And instead of getting vanilla but a pecan, I got a sherbet. And she would get everything on the list that they did not want and laugh like, well, they're dead. They're not here anyway. So what does it matter what I give them? You just take what I get. And you know what I did? I said, where you left that outside, it's going to stay there until you come and get it. I'm not going to block my blessings and have bad things happen to me, because I can see them and I can hear them. And I know they're still alive, although their physical body's dead. I'm not going to disrespect them and throw something up there because either you didn't want to pay the price for it. I would have paid you for it. It's not a problem. I have to specifically, I follow the spirit. This is my life. You don't respect me. You don't respect my religion. You don't respect my beliefs. You don't respect what I do for them, because she had done it like several times. Me and her stopped speaking behind that. I didn't speak to her for months. I wasn't going to speak to her at all. Then she'll come back. I'm sorry, sis. You like my big sister. Ain't nobody like you in my life. I love you so much. You've been here for me. You ride for me. You do spells for me. You protect me. I love you, sis. Please forgive me. I took her back. This was 2019. Then she did it a couple more times. Took her back. This time was the worst. I caught her in so many lies. And I'm glad I followed Nipsey and I followed the spirit, followed my daddy. They said, go look her up. Because I said, damn. If she would lie about something that's petty to me, it's not that serious, but it is serious to me because it's my way of life. You disrespect my way of life. You disrespect my spirits. If you and say I did and I didn't, you're lying. I said, but the fact remains, there's no receipt and you never bought the food. I had to get my assistant to do it in a whole nother state. And I had to speak to Kim in Texas, who was willing to send it here through Walmart because they're cheaper, from a whole nother state. And you kept saying, I did it. I bought. No, you didn't. And you said you were not going to do it. And your son was not going to lift the groceries. You did say that, and you never did it. Because you would have the receipts and you would have the grocery bill. You never did it. I had to get it the next day. Because you refused to. You were in the store getting candles for your grandmama, for your nigga, and everybody else you wanted. Those were group candles for everybody that was in here. And I was going to cook for all of them. And I was trying to give her the money. She didn't have to pay for nothing. I was going to also pay her fee like I always do, just to shop it, pay your son, since he didn't want to do it for free, and pay you for gas. That's how I treat people, and that's how I treated her. That's why when she called me a broke bitch, I really couldn't understand that, and we released some of the receipts. On one of those, she got my phone for me because I couldn't get out to get the phone. We stayed on the phone with her at the one place. They tried to take advantage of me. She went to another place. My assistant sent her the money for the phone, but that still doesn't explain $499, basically $500, $499 and some change, because that was not for the total phone. And then we said, what fee do you want for standing in there and driving 2 places to do it? What we'll do is we'll give you the gas money, and do you want another fee, or would you like a spell for your husband? She immediately took the spell. But then she sits there and says, I don't believe in that shit. I would never get her to do a spell for me. I don't fuck with that shit. But we have receipts to prove that you do. And I told my assistant, look deeper, because I've given her more money than that. Why? Because every other week in between her paydays, she wanted to take loans out and said she had no money in between her paycheck. She was broke. And I'm calling my friend, and I'm calling, she was another man she was calling. I'm waiting for him to let me borrow it for payday, and he's not calling back. I would say, how much do you want? She tell me, I said, don't. You can just have it, baby. You can have it. Because you do errands for me, and okay, let me say this right quick. You do errands for me, and you help me, we help each other. Whatever I got, you need it, you got it. And Mina said, but she told you she wanted a loan. Are you just going to give her? I said, Mina, give it to her and say no more, okay? Say no more. But she always doing you like, I said, Mina, say no more, okay? Just give it to her and forget about it. I never asked her to give me no money back, but broke people either don't borrow or they have such a tight budget, they pinch it off to borrow and then they demand you give it back because they need it. I never asked her to repay me back for nothing. Nothing. And she knows it. And I'm telling her to look for more receipts because I always did this. She was always begging. And that's another reason I was cutting her off. I got tired of it. It's always her problem. It's not how you doing, how you feeling on it. I was dealing with bad health issues. How your son doing? Do he need anything? Never asked about my son. Never asked about me. It was me, and all of my problems. And Ginger, the Mexican girl, does speak to me, does check on me, is my friend. No, she cut you off because you did her the same way. That girl has a family and several young children. You were always calling her, complaining about your problems. You. Never how she doing, how husband, how children's doing. And she was dealing with her own health issues as well. It was always me, I. They doing this to me. They doing this to my husband. He only screws me from the back like he fucking a nigga in Chang Yang break time. They love her session and shit. She's doing all this stuff, and then she's doing to her what she does to me. That Mina, I was embarrassed that Mina heard. The drug slur. Laughing and talking. That's how she did both of us. Girl, yeah, like I'm talking to you right now. Yeah, I know it, girl. Yeah, and you gonna go over there and do that? Yeah, and we were shopping, watching video, and then all of a sudden, I said, what? I said, Shannon, what the fuck is wrong with you? Girl, I'm on this fentanyl, or I'm on this Xanax, or girl, I'm on this perk. I'm sorry. I took it so I could lay down and relax because I got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Then got on Facebook. She a goddamn lie. Ain't no drug addict. I ain't never took no drug. I'm willing to be drug tested. Go drug test yourself right now and show it to everybody in the public. Goddamn it. Since I'm such a liar, I know you got prescriptions for that shit. I know you take it. Ginger knows. And that's a reason why Ginger cut you off. Ginger was on the phone and you were doing the same thing to her a couple of years ago. She spoke to you in like 2 years. But she talks to me. She just texted me yesterday or day before to check on me. You're lying. Ginger doesn't hate me. As a matter of fact, Ginger is the Mexican girl I told y'all that found the snake out there in LA at the marathon. The day they assassinated Nipsey, the guy was standing there with a blue shirt on in the gas station parking lot next to the marathon when they were doing the wake with the big albino python that I told y'all Nipsey said was involved in it and was a crip. The owner had something to do with it and knew about the murder. That was a crip snake. And everybody laughed. Oh, you know what? I thought she was crazy. This bitch is really done gone off the deep end. So Nipsey took her out there and she seen a snake. And it's a python. I said, yeah, like in Britney Spears' Slave for You. They had it since it was a baby. Oh, that shit was funny. The other psychic was laughing at me. I laughed it with them. I said, I know it sounds crazy, don't it? But I stand by what the fuck I said. I just ain't found it yet. People that live in LA started sending me snakes on Ventura Beach and the boardwalk and other places. I said, no, it ain't that. It's a community snake. It's a crip snake. It be dressed in blue, Nipsey blue, goddammit. It's a crip. And they sent it. I said, no, bigger than that. No, it's wider than that. No, it's not that dark. They were outside in California trying to help me identify. I said, but I noticed that nobody would send me nothing cripping. I knew they knew. The people secretly listened to me. Them Crips knew. But they said I was crazy and started threatening to take my life from me if I didn't shut up. Lo and behold, Ginger finds a video on YouTube the same day they at the wake, lighting the candles. The day that he was shot. They singing and dancing. They got the candle. She said, look, I watched this video. She said, here it is. Here it is. And she screenshot it. I said, that's the one. That's the one. All of a sudden, they didn't say, damn, Alexis, you bad. The psychics that laughed and said, no, it's what I say, and it's not no goddamn state. They all got quiet. They didn't laugh and say I was crazy, but you did not give me my props either. This lady still talks to me. Me and her never had a beef. I never disrespect her. She never disrespect me. But she did say, I backed away for a little while because I told you I didn't want nothing to do with Shannon and I don't speak to her and I told you to leave her alone. I said, you did say that. She said, I ain't going to say I told you so. I'm just glad you did it now. She said, I'm sorry she's doing it, but I said, I know. Thank you for not attacking me about it. Me and her cool. You said, Tania Conquest. Yes, I have a feeling. And she behind all of this shit. And the women said in the reading, somebody wants to be famous. Miss L, you see what I'm saying that? Yeah. They talking about her. And she told me she wanted to do it. And when she saw me dance, that's when she got me to grab that fat on the side of her. I see, I knew this was bad. This was real bad. Somebody getting out like that and asked me to grab the side, the fat meat on your side, and said they're going to suction all of that out, and you dancing at home now, listen to the music I listen to get in shape, you dancing around. I knew then. And when her son saw it, he turned his back on her. He said, Mama, would you please go over there and turn the music back on? She never stood outside the car like that. She kept standing outside the car and she refused to put the music on. She had like she didn't hear us, and I know she did. And then she did it until it got dark, and then she put the headlights on, and the way she kept, it was real erratic. Her behavior was real strange, and look at me and see they're gonna suction all this off here around, and I never made fun of her weight until now. I never mentioned her weight to y'all, and y'all never said anything about her weight until now. So I'm wondering, where's this coming from? Why do you have to say you're gonna look like me, you get searched like me, but then I'm self-hating and I do all this bleaching and shit? I never told her nothing that I bleach or do none of that. And what you saw in the tape and my chest and my stomach, the color of it, that's the real color. I didn't do nothing to it. There was no editing. There was no lightening of the video. I don't know how to lighten videos. I don't know how to do edits. She was standing right there in front of me. Well, I did walk down, and she knew I had a skin issue. She know whenever I get an infection, I've discussed it before, or a scar, sometimes my whole body will darken or darken in that area. And I told her that day I was dealing with that issue. I said, but look at, how do I look, Shannon? Look at my chest and look at my stomach from what I exposed. And I said, does it look even? I said, my skin the same color as yours. And she said, it is. And I had no makeup on. I had no makeup to alter the color of my skin. She saw me in person, but then gonna say that I bleached it all out like that, and I didn't. But she knew I had a real bad, and I struggle with hyperpigmentation, or if I fall or hurt myself, I cut my leg, a lot of times it will become systemic and it'll turn that whole area black, my leg black, the whole body. And then I have to start out, and I do have to lighten. I do have to exfoliate it down. I do have to stay out of the sun, because unfortunately, I don't know why, and I don't know who in my family might have an issue. I think I remember my mother saying that she had the issue. My mother was never bleaching, or she would, because people light skin like that, and a lot of times white folks or people that had white blood in them, they start getting liver spots and sunspots. She started getting liver spots in her face and sunspots. So my mother would lighten the spots. She put on the spots, and it would exfoliate those areas to keep her skin she had real pretty cream. Almost like a cream complexion. She has hazel eyes, and sometimes the eyes might turn green and hazel. And you see my son,
got them eyes like that. Hers were just more clearer. I mean, it's little girl pictures of my mother looking that way. But I'm lying and I'm saying my mother's white. I never said my mother was white. I said my mother was mixed race, mixed blood. A black woman that also had mixed blood. That's what I said, and I stand by that. I've always sectioned on the old videos because the lighting was really bad. It looked very old. People thought the footage was from the 90s. I said, no, that's the bad lighting. They wouldn't produce it for me. Bad cameras, old cameras. That was from 2006. They were surprised it was from 2006 because it looked so much older. The every on the footage. I have always said that she cannot prove that I'm lying. And it's actually people that have one white parent and one black parent that could look like Shannon, that could look like my mother, that could look like me, and some of the rest of you all that are here that you might not even be like. And you can still have one white parent, but you have exotic features and you're beautiful. You don't have to be light skinned to be pretty. You don't have to be light skinned to really have one non-black parent. And it's like saying this stuff, and these people are encouraging her, laughing, and it's ridiculous. Everybody that has one white parent is not super high yellow with straight hair. I know people personally that got a white parent and a black parent, hair nappy as hell, and got thick nigger features in the face. So the person's skin is white as fuck with a nappy ass afro and a nigger face. That's how you can tell it's not a white person, even though the skin is snow white like a white person, but you know they're not. Then some people brown or even dark and got a white mother and a black father and don't have light skin at all, but have beautiful features like what her name, T-Bars, or I think one of her parents is white. That girl is brown and that girl is beautiful and exactly look like an Indian baby, but she has a white parent and a black parent. But her skin is not light, but her face is absolutely gorgeous. And her hair, she has an exotic face. You can't judge people by their physical appearance. But again, that's one thing I did not say about my mother. What else did I want to address? Yes, look at the video again. When she's talking and screaming and you're scary and you come outside trying to lure me down to lose my freedom and to lose what I own so they could then get somebody to come in and buy it. You know that? See, they could have had an investor that's also involved in the magic group on standby, waiting for me to fuck myself. You see that? Because I keep seeing the Three of Pentacles come up like y'all finna come up in a real estate transaction. And you're going to get your cut to do it. If I would have come, if I hadn't controlled myself and did what I really wanted to do, she wouldn't be talking right now. And y'all see the evidence that I was armed. If I would have let myself go and that spirit had possessed me and it was telling me to do it. But see, I know those spirits and those people because it was one of my ancestors. Now, that was a white woman. They're not functioning in real 3D time. I am. So they can do shit and get on somebody and get away with it. And the person say I was possessed, something got on me. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. The police ain't gonna believe you. Now I really believe that shit is true because it happened to me. I didn't know they would do that to me in the time I am in danger. And they said, oh, no, 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 no. If you walk down there, this is what we want you to do. And I said, you know, I'm not going to do that. They said, okay, we want to do the shit. And if she comes up here and hits you, this is what you're going to do. And I'm going to take over. I'm going to take your body over. I'm in it right now. I said, oh, no, no. Now, see, nothing would have happened to me because she came on my property. The fat nigga next door, and clearly someone else done told her this. So you lure this stupid motherfucker down off there like I'm a risk losing what I got. If she would have came up here, she already knew. And the neighbor already knew what it was and what it was gonna be. I knew. And people that had spiritual discernment, that was psychic, that could see, that were listening to the lie, they knew. I wasn't leaving the property because I already know the law. I know enough of the law to know that. She thought I didn't. He thought I didn't. Whoever put her up to it thought I didn't, that I was going to be so irrational. Ugh, I just run down. See, somebody, it was a group that was also waiting for me to do that so I could be arrested and I would not be here at my property. They knew I had nobody else to secure the property. And then they would have come in, even had squatters in here. I done put this shit together. That's what Nipsey told me, and I knew when they told me that you were getting ready to murder me on October the 30th, the day before, on Halloween Eve. When I proved to you, I started getting my own shit, order my own shit on Halloween Eve. He said, then they're going to come in and take your property, ridicule you in public, make you look like a fool, have a squatter come in there. And then, you know, that's even in DeKalb County, Atlanta. Once a squatter take control of your property and start living in and securing, you cannot evict them. They can then apply to be the owner. See, that's what they deal with in this Moorish law shit, putting this shit together on me. Next thing you know, I would have become homeless and lost my property, and I wouldn't have been able to do nothing about it, and I would have eventually got out. But I would have had to spend a lot of money on a lawyer, trying to get a bond, fighting the case, having them handle my property, losing it. And if I get out to be so fucked up and damaged, it's like, bitch, tear this bitch house up before we see her get back in it and get control and possess. See, I seen this here. I knowed it. And it would have been hard for me. I would have been charged with murder if I had got off the property. I saw that happen to my son's friend who lives out here about 2 years ago. No, it was in 2019. It was January of 2019. She showed me the ring cam footage. A man had robbed her and took out running away from her. She couldn't catch him. Another man out this way had done it, robbed someone else out here, took off running. And then another man had a nice car at a gas station. While he went in to pay for the gas, a man jumped in his car to steal it, and he shot him dead. And he said, well, he was stealing my car. He was inside the car. Do you know they locked that man up and charged that man for murder? Why? Because he was in the car and he was driving away with your car. You should have let him drive away with the car. The way the laws are set up, it is illegal for him to shoot them to save a car. When the man is driving away, even though he's the owner of the car and a thief jumped in it, he shot him dead. He's in the DeKalb County jail, and now he got to fight murder charges. Y'all think because I sit up here, a lot of y'all think because I crack jokes and because I have a country slang, and I deliberately do it. Not that I don't know no better. You think I don't know no better. I talk slang. You think I'm a country dumb old bitch. And when I was younger, I was a country dumb young bitch. You're younger. You all just want, and like her and the neighbors, you want to believe I'm an emotional, illiterate idiot that doesn't read. When I'm in the house and I don't know the law, I don't talk to police. I already knew what to do and what not to do. You think because I talk stupid, I really am stupid on paper when it comes to anything. I've never been to jail. I've never been charged with a felony. I've never been put in county jail because of a felony I committed where I was caught. I had evidence on me where I was seen doing some shit and then had to sit in county for a long period of time until my court case came up or was sentenced to prison. Because I'm smarter than that. My son is only there because he refused to respect me. Every time I say go left, this nigga go right. The same thing with Shannon. Trip, how I do this, how I do that. Every time I say go right, she goes left and get fucked up. So she didn't consult me this time. She listened to this man. This man said, oh, and then she says, well, what that also tell you he was in it. He didn't call the police. He didn't tell her to leave. He said, well, one thing I can tell you, and y'all can hear it. Y'all heard it. One thing I can tell you, her boyfriend Herman ain't gonna come save her. Ha! Your boyfriend who married to another woman ain't gonna come save you. He ain't gonna do nothing, bitch, you by yourself. And I said, I don't need nobody to come save me. Just walk up the goddamn sidewalk. You need somebody to say, you stop listening to this goddamn his funky ass. I know for 100% fact this nigga funky than a motherfucker. He stank and he crippled, and he's stupid, and he luring you up to do his dirty work to kill me. You listen to him? See, at that point, when he says nobody's coming to rescue her, you are basically making it very clear that you want her to bring physical harm to me. It's when I said a lot of people have been listening to you this whole time. You are on a live. You are being recorded. You never told her to leave, and you never offered to call 911 to stop her from doing it to your neighbor. He then gets up. I can hear that walker. He had to hurry up and like hold on to the walker. You hear scrubbing on the goddamn concrete porch. He then scrape it and start working on. I can see the half of his fat ass right down at the edge of the goddamn wall. He's struggling to turn around, and he walks his door, goes in the house and slam it and lock it. As you notice, go back and look after the 8-minute mark. She's screaming, she's hollering at me and threatening me. All of a sudden, do you see how quiet she gets? Like a penguin, waddle around to the driver's side and hurry up and get the fuck on. You see that? When he is no longer secure. Thank you, Lisa. There are many dark-skinned people that are beautiful from all nationalities, and they have a white parent and a black parent. Just because they darker skin, but they're extremely exotic looking in the face and beautiful, don't mean they don't have a white parent. And don't mean that they're not beautiful. I've never said that. You should be able to go back, because I keep breaking it up. I keep watching it over and over and over. And I keep listening. I hear the spirits in her voice. I hear the spirits in his voice. That's why I know it's a group. And then as I'm listening, I lay down a card. It's a group. And this was also about money, fame, fortune, and opportunities that you're going to get by doing some fucked up shit to somebody. I see the 10 of swords. I see the 4 of swords here. The Empress here with the Justice card. She was planning on killing me, but making me set myself up to say, you see how she ran out here? I got a witness. She ran up on me. She attempted to attack me. I had to kill her in self-defense. You see that? Or try to kill me, and then I wounded. See, my neighbor was watching the whole thing, blow by blow. Don't you see? You ain't gonna press charges on me. You're going to press charges on her. Her murder was my self-defense, because she came out here and then she walked up the street, Your Honor. An officer, she consented to a fight, an even fight between two women. They thought I didn't know how that game go. They was running on me. They trying to play that, present that they playing the high road, and you want to play it low and set up old Drippio. See, you want to set up Drippio, see? Y'all was trying to set up Queen Drip. That's chasing King Nip, and he ain't here. And I got a mental problem. I'm extremely unstable, country, dumb, and emotional. See, I already know this. I had put this shit together. Just like I didn't know that part with the neighbor, that they was a part, until I seen you hear me on tape. I said, I see now y'all don't put this shit together. You trying to set me up y'all together on this, because y'all got the same leg and fucked up one kneecap. I know y'all did it. Y'all got this shit together on me. See, I know it. The spirit revealed it, and they was on the grounds talking. They was standing up beside talking. They put this together. He set it up. She been with it. Him and the wife, they been talking. I seen it. Y'all heard me. I said, I see what's going on. I was shocked and just heartbroken and horrified. She been still calling me from a private number, playing on my phone, saying you a dead bitch. Then you see she's still getting up there doing videos. I'm not even bothering her. Yeah, she come to my house now. When she seen the video with that iron, like Gucci, I keep that iron on me. Now it's like, I ain't come to your house. You come see me. You get a ride over here. You bring your friends. You come see me. I don't even know where you live. That's why she can't show no proof of the lies she telling. There's no police report on me. There's no ring camera or no cell phone camera of me ever pulling up on her because I don't know where she live, but we got to put you pulling up on me though. We got to put you putting up on me, and you stupid enough and bold enough because she knew they were going to kill me. She got a whole bunch of backup with the black magic. She bragged about I got magic on me. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. You're the only one that know I'm protected with the magic on me. Ha ha ha. You don't know that she thought she protected with the witchcraft and the black magic. She know they've been doing black magic to set me up, trying to get me out of my right mind and make me so enraged but stupid and not thinking, lure me down the sidewalk, try to kill her or do kill her. So one of us was going to go to jail for murder that night. Either I was going, or if she was wounded, she would have been able to sue me, put a lien on my property, get a judgment if I couldn't pay in cash, have me arrested. Or if she would have shot me and killed me, y'all know, like she didn't know I know, her witness backing it up, stanking like that, hopping in front of a judge with a Depend pamper on and a fucked up kneecap, and would have told the judge, I seen it. She ran down there on her and she killed Shannon like that. I would have been convicted of murder or assault. And you see that? See, they didn't know. The spirits was telling me this here. And I'm secretly asking people in law enforcement so I knew. They didn't know I knew. I knew what was going on in the spirit. The spirits told me. I did a reading. I confirmed it. The card showed it. And then I asked people in law enforcement and they confirmed. They said, make her come up there. Don't you take yourself. Do not do that. I didn't tell her the other night. Do not do that. But you can film and stop inviting her. Let her come up there on her own. Don't let me see you doing that no more. I said, yes, yes, officer. Yes, sir. I already knew it. She just didn't want to believe me. She wanted to, yeah, you met your match. I'm on your level. Like you got somebody on your level. I think like you. I know how you think. I'm gonna hunt you down. You the rat, I'm the cat. Over here taunting me like I'm scared. And I hear her, Alexis K. Tyler, come outside. I'm here to kill you. I'm here to beat your ass. She's all on the phone saying this. She said I went here shaking. When come out, I knew. That's why I came on my property, on my yard. And I said, y'all see this right here? You see it now? I'm not provoking. Come out, scary ass bitch. No, I'm not. Scary with an S. I'm smarter than you with an S. I'm not scared of you. I'm wiser than you, though. But you said I was stupid. Because there's no charges on me. There's no police report written on me. I have police report and they written up on you. There are no charges against me. Because I ain't do nothing wrong. And I did not break their laws. You did. And you still talking. And you still lying on me. And you can't prove nothing. Everything I tell y'all. Didn't I tell y'all I felt this before we got in an argument? That's why I couldn't understand. And I started buying equipment. She came over here when? The first time she came was Tuesday, last Tuesday, November the 7th. November the 7th. November the 7th. When do you see my receipt? I started secretly buying my equipment and then tell her October the 30th. October the 30th. October 30th on Halloween Eve. And after I shot the video, I said, Mina, I said, she finna set me up. I get a bad feeling. She want to fight me. And I ain't even did that to her. She laughing and talking, as you can see with me. She encouraging. Get it, people's what they want. Get it, people's what they need. And then said she couldn't walk and had pneumonia in the throat. Had pneumonia in the lung. Did you see just a few days later, she come up here running around, hopping around, calmly waddling up and down the hill with ease, very agile for a fat bitch. You see that? Screaming to the top of your lung. You said your throat was so. People in the video with me. Hear what they want. Hear what they need. You ain't hardly talking because my throat, so I got an infection in the throat and in the lung. You see that? But a few days later, ain't got no gas money either. Then you know what she did? And that's another reason why I said we finna end this. I'm just gonna walk away. I ain't gonna send it else to her. I'm tell her go her way, she go mine. She then start increasing the price and the demands on the video. Not only do I want gas for filming this video, and you pay me and pay my son. And her son stood at the last day I saw him. He said, Miss Alexis, I don't want no money from you. He said, I love you, Miss Alexis. I'll do this for free. He said, when your mama told me your age, I told her she was lying. I didn't even want to believe it. She said it in front of him. He said, yep, I sure did. He said, I like helping you. Thank you for helping my grandmama. I like the way you deal with the spirits, and I want to be a part of it. I won't even edit for now, so you're not going to have to edit no more, baby. I'm going to make it real easy for you because he did not give me all my footage. Claim he had the flu. Everybody had the flu. To this day, I still haven't gotten all my footage. And now I know she told him not to give it to me. I said, you'll never have to worry about editing again because this is what we're going to do. You're going to use my phone, not your phone, not your mother's phone. We're going to, I said, but if you want to get some side footage uploaded, do it in your own leisure. I won't be waiting for that no more. I can't go through this no more. It's too important. Plus, I hate 1-minute clips. She said the phone automatically would create 1-minute clips. I hate that. I wanted you to have an experience with me and to see if you liked it or you did not like it. And I want to go back because I always critique myself. And so I said, we're going to make 3 to 5 minutes here, and I'll set the phone and let me upload it. He was holding my phone. That footage belongs to me. Holding my, I said, you see this button? Hit camera. Instead of photo, hit record. That's all I want you to do for me. Hold the camera, and I'm going to do what I'm doing. We won't have to re-edit it because whatever I do, we're going to leave it there. Whatever I do, mess up or not, we're going to leave it there. And that's what I did. I uploaded it. She then goes, no, for me filming you, because she felt like nobody else would do it. Not that I couldn't get anybody else to do it, because people offered. I could have paid a production company. I didn't trust anybody else. So I had other people, male and female, who would gladly do it. I had a production company I spoke to, but it was a little expensive for every recording I did. That would also edit it and make it beautiful and real professional, which is what I'm going to do now. I turned everybody down because I felt like we had a sisterhood spirit. But then that day, I knew I was getting ready to be murdered if I fucked with her again. I knew, and I saw the black magic. Anybody can be turned. Look at Mary J. Blige's husband. Anybody could be spiritual. They could be laying in the bed with you, screwing you, putting magic on you, or that was a whole idea. Sleep with you every night, and she was taking care of her husband, and this man turns around, and now she's required to pay him all this money, and you don't know what's been put on him because I can see the magic on him and on her. People can be turned. Don't ever say you're dealing with somebody that you trust that will never do that. You don't know what somebody might do, and it's always somebody that can do magic and get to them. I don't care what y'all say. I live this life and know it's true, or turn on you for money or another reason. You don't know. You could be sleeping with the enemy. It happens all the time. So I knew then it was the last time. I knew I would have to learn how to do this and get other people to back me up. And then she, especially when she says, no, you also should do all the spiritual work to get my husband out of jail. When he goes in front of that judge, that racist white judge that hates him because he had done stuff and violated the judge's advice the last time, the judge knows him. She said if the judge finds him guilty, he will not be released and he will get more time. If the judge finds him innocent, she says the problem, he could be released right now. And she was getting ready to buy a house and be with him. And she said, and you owe it to me because I'm the only one that tapes your videos. I said, but I'm already paying you what you asked me. And I'm paying your son. No. Now you're going to also do this. I said, I can't do that for free because he needs a coven. And I had told him that. I said, it's too short notice. He's too fucked up. He's done too many things. And he done offended this very powerful federal white racist judge. So he won't be doing nothing to him because he's black. He'll be doing something to him because now you know he's his enemy and he's been in front of him before and he disrespected and violated the judge's orders before. That's what this is about. Don't try to make it about race because you just said he knows him and the judge hates his guts because he disrespected and violated the judge. That's why he kept calling me and she had him on a 3-way. And every day while she's begging me to do it in exchange for the tape, She went and told her husband she had paid me cash money. So you know what that tells me? He must have sent her the money. Now she has to explain, do you love me? Do you really want me out or do you hate me? Because I sent money from prison to put in your hand for Alexis and you guaranteed me you paid her. Then she's stupid enough to put me on the phone and say, he says very relaxed, I mean, why are you taking it out on me? Did I do something to you, Alexis? I said, no, you didn't. You never done nothing to me. And I thought he was innocent of the sex charges because he told me he was innocent and that his mother set him up. Until I saw the report where he admitted it at 14 years old and was willing to go to prison for it. I just saw that a couple days ago. Before then, I believed her. They both swore that he was innocent. I'm just believing what she says. Like, why would she lie to me? And she would always cry to me about her I need some money. I don't have my paycheck. My mother makes me pay everything. My mother uses me and I love my mother, so I let her use me to try to buy my mother's love. I don't have nobody. Her other children think they better than me. I'm just like you, Drip. I'm just like you from your past. And growing up, she would cry and she'd be high. And I would excuse her being high because she said she had so much pain. She has so many health problems that caused her to take the drug. Now she's addicted and she can't get off. And, you know, my mom be doing this to me. And I'm so depressed. My body's craving it. And then my body hurt all the time. So her joints and everything hurt. So I got a prescription and she showed me. I knew she had a prescription. And then she said sometimes see the pill mill dried up. I don't know if she was working there for the doctor. So I see now she's so underhanded. I don't know if she had some kind of secret ring with the doctor. Now, that's why I'm scared for that lady at that clinic that just fired her. She might have already started that shit off down there. She do that. That's why she get fired where she go. Now I figured it out. She told me the white people was racist down here in Georgia. That's why she always getting fired. Now, you know, I'm starting to put this shit together when Nipsey said, go buy her background report. I said, God damn. All these goddamn arrests for this shit. I didn't know. Because I'm feeling sorry for her. And every time I talk to her, she hurting. She can't talk. She can't breathe. Her heart won't stop beating fast. She can't see. She dizzy on the road. She got migraines since she was a teenager. Since she was a child. It's hurting so bad. I'm up here on the job. I can't barely stand up. They let me go sit down. So I understood why she had the addiction. And I never told nobody. I never made fun of her. And I even told her, Shannon, we're not going to talk no more. We're not going to be friends. You go your way and I go my way and you get somebody to help you and you get other spiritual people to help your son, your husband because you clearly don't want to pay me. And we will never discuss each other's business. Nobody will ever know why we not seen no more because I'm a loyal person like that. I said, I will never tell your business. And I ain't going to contact you no more. Nobody ever know what happened. We just, you know, got busy and we started growing in a different direction. Y'all see at first I didn't say nothing. But when I did mention that I'm going to start taping my own stuff because I don't like people threatening me and I don't want to deal with the conflict. That's all I had said to you. She then called me, you motherfucking scary ass bitch. You gonna go to social media and tell my motherfucking business, bitch? I said I didn't tell your business. I didn't say nothing about your personal business. I just said from now on, you know, I'm dealing with my own equipment now. I'm taping it. I didn't even call her name. How dare you do that, bitch? You don't know who the fuck you fucking with. That's how I started. Kept threatening me, texting me. I said, Shannon, just go on and get your own spiritual people. And then came back, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please do the spiritual work for me. My husband wants you. You heard him. How much is it? I'm finna give it to you now. How much is it? I said, I don't want it. I don't want it. What I want you to do, since you said I'm a scary dumb bitch, I want you to come up here and make me do the spells without no money. You told your husband you gave it to me. You didn't. When you can do that to me since I'm so scary, I guess I'll be doing the work because I won't do it of my own free will. I'm done with you and Shannon, just leave me alone, okay? I guess she thought I was weak, like she said. Old, crippled, and dumb because I was so good to her. She trying to say I'm evil to her, but I was good to her. Anytime she called me, and I needed my money for my own problems and my own bill and my own son that she clearly gave no fucks about. As y'all donated to me and helped me, I didn't have to donate to her. Every time she whined to me, I said, stop crying. What do you want? I need this. I need some gas. I'm on the road. I'm finna. And now we know she wasn't finna run out because she came over all them times threatening me. And I never gave her a dime. I know they not paying her. They just used her to get to me. I know they're not paying her. I would say no more. Let me see, can I get Mina? I already know I can't. Mina's working. Mina would do it for me. How much? And whatever she say, I never argued. That's too high. I'm not gonna do that. Well, why I gotta do that? Say no more. That what you want? You'll have it before the day is over. But I keep up with my records and stuff. I have to. And whatever she asked me for, I never said no, and she knows it. Now she's gonna sit up here and do this here. And now y'all know, and I know she really loved me. She wasn't a friend of me because now I'm telling you, every time she come over here, it's like you're trying to blackmail me. I know you don't have nobody else to shoot your video. I know you don't trust anybody else to do it. And so now you're also going to pay for the spiritual. I said, no, no, because see, there are other people that I don't know them like that. They don't know you. I'm not their child, their friend, or their relative. I can't make them do stuff for you. They don't know you either. I have to do good business with these people. And I know if I'm broke, if I don't have it, don't approach them. It's still business. So now you want me to pay you for coming over here. And now you want me to do work and you don't pay me for it. And oh, sorry, you pay me for a video and buying a candle. And now I got to go pay other people to back you up. I can't do that and I won't do that. Every time she came over here, she said I was supposed to pay that. That's like $400-$500. Why I couldn't, and she thought that it was okay to do that. Well, I mean, you keep on your stuff tapes. I already knew then. You're making threats to me. You're trying to extort me. And y'all know, like I know, in Atlanta, videographers are a dime a dozen, but it can get expensive. So I had to find somebody to really work with me. But she never did it for free. I'm telling y'all now, that's what y'all didn't know. Dream, what's up, Dream? Show them what you're working with. Where's the Walker? Where's the cane? And I thought it was cute. I still do. It's adorable. I love the footage. I want to take it down. But a part of me won't because I love it. I gotta now refilm it on my own. I thought it was cute. I actually loved our chemistry together. I still like it. I just don't like her. You wanted to see me dead today. I will never have anything else to do with her. I never speak to her because if it wasn't for God and my ancestors, angelic and demonic, having a hand on me right now, y'all would not hear the sound of my voice. Y'all would be making my videos and making me viral right now and replaying what I put here because I would be laying in the morgue and they would be trying to find someone to come and claim my body and make arrangements to entomb me with dignity and respect. That's what you wanted for me. But I can still talk about the good times we had, the laughs we had. You know, I really felt like she was a sister to me. But it's clear she never felt that way about me to do that to me. And then kept raising up the price, which let me know you really didn't give a fuck about me and you didn't want to shoot the video. To do that to someone and then say, that's my motherfucking sister, I love my sister, I ride my sister. You didn't love me. Because to do what I just described, you didn't love me. Yes, my range 7-7. Yes, and I'll get other people. I'd rather pay companies than get an individual now. So I won't have to, and we can do contracts and we won't have to do, it's just business. I paid you to do this and you're going to do it and you're going to edit it. And within a certain day and time, you're going to give it to me based on our legal agreement and the money that I give you. From now on, I'm not letting no women close to me no more. And then said all my food was nasty, but y'all saw it. I took pictures real up close so y'all can zoom in and inspect it and see if it was nasty. And I did a video. It was nasty, but she ate it a lot of times. And she never showed me an emergency room bill or a urgent care, because she stayed at urgent care getting drugs and said she's sick. There was never a bill from urgent care to show right after she ate my food or her children ate my food that they had food poisoning or was a roach in it or some hair or debris in it. I would never do that to anybody. I never did it to her. I never did it to anybody. She never showed, because you know she would have, because she always begged. If she had a doctor's bill because of me, I would have reimbursed her. Y'all know me. She know me. There's times where she didn't get a cash app, and she need to tell y'all that, because I kept cash here. I don't keep it here now. She would bring me some food or come to the door. I said, Shannon, run an errand for me. I really need the food. I need you to go drugstore with me for me or something. If Shannon tell y'all the truth, Shannon knows she either got a Chris 50 or a Chris 100. That's something I can't prove because I didn't take the pictures of it and she didn't take the pictures and I didn't write her a receipt. She won't tell y'all that. But I'm broke and I'm renting this place and I'm hungry and poor and dumb and old. I would give Shannon cash and I would say sometime, Mina, no, don't worry about it because I got cash on me. I said, Shannon, I got a 50, I got 100. Come by. Don't worry about your gas, baby. As soon as you show up, I'm going to put it. I would either put it in a little plastic bag or Ziploc outside my door. Because to this day, Shannon knows that I never allowed her in my house because it's something about her I felt was two-faced and that I didn't trust. It was the way her teeth were shaped at the top and them 2 or 3 bucking out at the bottom, and the way her mouth was shaped like a lizard or a salamander dick sucker. It always vexed the way her mouth was shaped and the way her teeth was shaped, the way her ass was shaped and her stomach wrapped around. The very first day she came to meet me in person in 2019, she walks up and she wasn't that big. Shannon was she was fat. She had a little stomach, but she had a real, I give it where it's due. She had a real nice, fat, round, salt shaker ass. And I said, girl, you need to give me some of that ass. Or now that I can walk, I'm going to get in shape. I said, you got a pretty booty. I said, you got with your little red stuff. I said, you got a pretty red booty. I said, you turn around, that booty sitting up like I can sit a plate on that motherfucker. You got a pretty booty. And she tell me, yeah, that's what they tell me. See, I got to lose this stomach. So, you know, my ass still fatty. Sit out. We were joking about it. I compliment women. I wasn't sexually attracted to her. I've never, I wish I'm not going to, I don't even want to elaborate on that because I feel like I want to vomit right now for her to even say, we ain't got no relationship like that. Drip, you know, Alex, you know, we ain't never had nothing like going on. You talking about you. I think when I said I can smell her, I can taste her, I want to experience her. I really don't want to tell you what I meant because you might see me differently and you may judge me. When she was out here the other night, and then I started looking for, I hunted her down and got her job info, and she kept saying, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to come up there, I'm going to beat the shit out of you if you just walk down here. And I got possessed, and I knew that was the white lady, one of my ancestors. She started saying, she's not going to kill you. If she put her hand on you, she will be dead right here. And she said, because I'm going to do it. She won't do this to you no more. But let her come up here. And the lady started tasting. She said, I know her. She said, she's not a wolf. And she's not a cow. She's not prime beef that we would respect and we would eat and serve in a certain way. If we were collecting animals and we were collecting people, she would be a pig. That's all she is, with no brains. She is more like a pig to us. That's how we see her. And I'm not going to get into the depths of what I felt and what I started tasting. I could smell her from the street. I could feel her heart beating. And I knew she was nervous because it was beating fast. I knew she was scared of me. I knew she was taking cues from the fat nigga next door with the goddamn crutches on him. They got the knee with no cartilage in it and no cartilage in the goddamn hip, the hip bone gone. I could feel it. I could hear her thoughts. And I knew she wasn't thinking for herself. And she got a demon on her. They put the demon on her to run her over here to do it because I had been talking to the demon. So every breath she breathed and her breath and her essence in the very aura of her body, I could smell her stinking ass. And I could smell and I could taste her on my tongue. As if she was a leaking pig. That's what I meant. She was leaking already. I could taste it in my mouth. And and you heard me. It's right there on the tape. I told that man, I said, you need to stop it. Because if she's coming up here, you're going to watch her bleed out. I'm going to do her like I would do a pig. Because that's what the lady said she is. A useless eater, a pig. Thank you, Ashe Marie. When I said that I could taste her, she gonna try to say that it was sexual. I never asked her to put my mouth on her. I never asked her to be in a relationship with me. I never did that, and she knows it. I've never said what I said before because I never felt what I felt until I got possessed. And the lady inside of me was saying that. And because she was in every part of me, I could hear her and I could feel her. And she was talking to me and I said, oh no. And I'm thinking to myself, don't come up here. Because I have enough self-discipline and control to do what you saw me do. Stay on my porch, on my property, and just talk shit and film. The fat motherfucker next door must have known. And she must have known. Talk shit from a safe place. Do not go up there. Don't go, because you listen back, he said, don't go up there. Don't you take your ass. But you're encouraging her, though, to stay right here and provoke me. You're provoking her and you're provoking me. And I said, do you understand? I shouldn't even say it. I said, do you understand? I think you do. But do you understand? Because they said that I'm really not spiritual. The spirit's not here. I'm a joke. I have a mental problem. They really don't come here. I don't talk to them. I don't see them. And I knew right now, at that point, I was fully possessed. But I could hold her. She was so strong on me, but I could hold her at the door. And I told her, no, I'm not leaving this porch. She said, if she come up here, I'm telling you right now what it is. Because now I want to take, I got a craving for her in my mouth. And I said, oh, gee. And then I started taking, I said, oh, I'm saying to myself, I said, I said, do you know what's going to happen? Stop encouraging her. Please, because he didn't know what I was struggling with. She didn't know I'm struggling. I'm struggling this shit on me. And you said that I'm not what I am, but I know what the fuck I am. And I'm struggling with this shit on me. And I can't get this spirit off me. I'm fully possessed. And I'm trying to say, why are you doing this? Do you know what's going to happen to her tonight? And it ain't going to happen to me. Stop doing this to me. Because I'm being tortured here. I'm talking about you two, and I'm talking about what the fuck is on me. Because y'all don't want to see what the fuck I am. You don't know who I am. You don't want to see what I am. And I'm trying to suppress the shit. I'm struggling to try to control my own mind, my own body at this point. And it's been footage of me long time ago, which might have been erased, so I got pages saying now you can see me possessed. Haki Ami invited me to Baltimore to do a lecture, and I was honoring Sister Myra. Sister Myra was there. It might have been 100 people, might have been a little less, because they did what they could to sabotage my event with him. I got possessed in front of everybody on a stage, live in front of people while they were playing the Congo drums. I think it was, I forgot his name. He's a spiritualist too in the conscious community, and we talked at the time. I see his face. He's short with glasses, and he wears glasses sometimes. He got long dreads to his butt, real pretty long dreads. He been in Atlanta for a few years. He was up there. Everybody saw it. I could not control myself. I could not control what I was thinking. I don't know what the footage is, because YouTube taking one of my pages down. People saw it. Ask Haki Amit. He got a YouTube page. He got a Facebook page. They were trying to get me. They had to take me off the stage and take me back to a dressing room because I wasn't in control of my mind and my body. I could not continue. I was in trance. I was so heavily, it's like I was intoxicated. I was about to faint. That's how heavy they got on me, and those spirits on me like the drums. And another lady was there in the conscious community from New York. She was playing the Tibetan bowls. So she was playing them. I loved it so much. And the spirits on me got so intoxicated and fell in love with her playing the bowls and the drum. I dropped. I got so possessed with them live. I try not to do that because I have no control of my body. And she's up here laughing and taunting people like me, and you don't want to respect and you don't want to accept. There are a lot of people on the planet like me. And this ancestor comes right up and says, I know what to do to take care of this tonight, because they're getting ready to murder you. You are in a kill or be killed situation. I'm protecting you. And I said, one of us, if she comes up here, there's going to be a murder. And the spirit standing at the door and outside, she felt him. That's why she wouldn't come up here. She knew, and they knew. They were not going to let her murder me. So the lady says, fine, I'll get in you. So when you're fighting her, she's really fighting me. She's not going to beat you up. She's not going to murder you. She said, but I know for a fact, if they can, you're going to die tonight. But I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen if she comes to the porch. And the spirit of me was so angry. She said, walk down. I said, I'm not walking down there. I don't talk to Sister Myra anymore. But at the time, that was at the end of 2011. Probably December 2011, as we're moving into the new year. I said, we have to do the ritual to protect Sister Myra and to pray for my healing, her healing. I wasn't sick at the time, but she was. Pray for her healing and protection. She was going through a lot. She was under attack, but she's so in love with that conscious community, and they didn't like me, and they didn't like the Haki of me was dealing with me, and they were actually coming out in public telling him to choose. It's either her or us. They wouldn't support the event, and nobody showed up. And then when somebody was there, they came from Brooklyn under a fool's camp, and they did a Malcolm X, get your hand out of my pocket type of scenario in the back. Jumped up, started a scene, and tried to start a riot in my event. Nobody was there. Right after that, Dr. Wilson came, and everybody in the conscious community came and supported her and showed up for her, but wouldn't support me and what I was teaching. So I knew it was jealousy and trying to, everywhere I go, just like that psychic said, mess up my money, mess up my love, mess up my opportunities, see me down and out and broke, to keep me from telling the truth and having resources to thrive and take care of myself and eat, and to then ultimately see me dead. That's why I resonated so hard, and I fucks with her that did that reading, goddamn, that I heard last night, because it sounds like my life. But I know I'm not the only one. But I still just kind of accepted it as if she talking to me. And I put comments out, so you talking about me. Because the day she did it was the 9th. And that was the second day Shannon came here. Listen to that. You did this on November 9. Thank you, Kim. A number 9 day. Look at my door. What number's above my door? The number 9. My birthday, the 27th of this month. 2 and 7, a number 9. I am Oya. Oya is with me. Real strong. Not strong. Real strong. I'm Oya. Whether you want to believe it or not or agree with it, the numbers is right there on the wall. My birthday adds up to a number 9 day. Shannon tried to come back and kill me on November the 9th, Thursday, number 9 day. The number just happened to be above my door, number 9. And you think you're going to beat me and defeat me? You will never be able to do it. And the reader said, and you listen to that reading, that lady was more powerful and stronger than they thought. They knew for sure they were going to kill that lady. That lady was weak because there was so many of them. She said, I see at least 10 people and more double teaming, sending black magic to that lady to kill that lady and send them at that house. She said they know for a fact they had her. And now they're confused and don't know what to do. Now people turning rank and they over there one of them is snitching. Because they're going to pay for this. All this stuff done backfire. They know for sure that they will hear that lady was murdered over there. I said the lady done came up out of it. I knew she was talking about me. Because that is happening to me right now when she do the reading. The number 9 day, she did it. Go look at it. She did it November the 9th. The Thursday, the same day I showed y'all on live that she was over here. And I throwed a rock trying to bust my glass window again. I don't believe her reading was a coincidence. And even though I believe it applies to other people as well, I also believe it applies to me because of the timing the Spirit made her get out and do it. Yes, electric lady. And so I don't care what y'all think that don't agree with it. You actually want me to forget about this, and I'm in the middle of this right now and have not gotten approved for a hearing to get a restraining order. And this bitch and all these other people that don't like what I'm doing want me to now get back on here and do current event readings, talk about celebrities and crack jokes and laugh with you when my life is still in danger right now and I have no legal orders of protection for me. And plus, y'all need to know all the details about her and how she's gang affiliated and gang related. And she do dirty gang shit with gang members. And take money. Her husband have deposits that he had Mexican drop off at the door. And then the stuff she said and what she did to me. So the police need to investigate her on several levels. And need to investigate her husband. They need to hook up with the police down there in Louisiana and that parish she locked up in. To see does he have any involvement with her doing this to me? Because it makes me wonder, is she trying to prove something to him and impress him? She know he's watching. So I remember that lady, but she's still doing it. And she says she talks to them. And I know they've been the ones sending demons on me, trying to destroy me and set me up. They try to send a murder spirit over here. They go to graves and get them. They wanted their murder spirit to follow me and put it on her or anybody else close to me that I would trust to come over here and then all of a sudden flip on me and do it. Then I see she's got with my neighbors to have her back and watch her after they had lured me down there to do some dumb shit. Then they would have tested. She did it. She did it. I saw her go down there and shoot her. She did that to Shannon. She walked off her property and did it. They went up there and got a fight. I heard her. She consented to the fight because he said, oh, she's scared, is she? She's scared to go up the hill. She's scared to meet you at the stoplight at the hill and fight. Yeah, and when I get up there, I'm going to shoot that bitch too. Oh, you got a gun? You gonna shoot her, huh? Don't shoot her down here. I don't want no pussy hit me. Shoot her when you get up the hill. She's scared, ain't she? She's scared. You see that? See, they trying to provoke me. Yep, me and Bruce Lee got the same birthday. She trying to provoke me. And he's looking at her. They cutting they at each other. He laughing over there on that stick, stanking. On that stick and on that walker right there on standby. He holding on to the walker because that's how he get up and sit down, see, in that chair. He told her to take me, but I keep saying me scary. You a pussy. You scary. You scared. They thought I was weak enough to get, and my ego was so big, and I would get so angry, and I was dumb that I was going in country that I walk up down her there to her and see she calling now from a private phone. She listening. She calling me now. Thought that I was gonna walk down there and throw the first blow and commit a violent act, and then they were gonna get money off of me and my real estate. It was three. They were gonna come in a partnership and look at it. The three of Pentacle got three people coming together. Look at it. It's just three of them. Her, the man and the woman, wife couple next door, along with the hidden group doing black magic in the country community, and psychics doing it to give her the go ahead, and then say they put protection and magic on her. Plus the lady do black candles and call herself doing magic over there. I got protection on me. You ain't the only one who know magic. I do magic too. I know magic. Oh, well, you sure were pretending that you don't and sending money to me to help you and help your husband and help you keep a job. And when you lose one, help you get another one. See, she was coming to me, telling me about the companies. And she said, it's a mom and pop. She went to two people because of her personality. She's a big liar. And she talked like a baby. She talks really soft. She had me fooled. And then I didn't check her background. She talks innocent. She acts like she's real sweet. She called him back. She had like she real sweet and nice, like she did to me. She always talks like a baby, and then she'll start crying. And I'm sick, and this hurts, and they did this to me, and somebody did it to me, and I fell, they feel sorry for her. They liked her so much. Her first interview, they wanted to hire her on the spot. She went to another white people office. They liked her too. They wanted her to start immediately. She said, I'm not going to take this one. I want to take the family company. I said, don't do that. She said, why? I said, I don't know. I'm getting a bad feeling. I said, if you go there, you're going to have conflict with a white woman and you might end up getting fired again. I didn't know what I know now. I thought maybe, because she said she always dealt with racist white women. They never liked her. I thought maybe the lady's going to turn on her and there's a conflict and that she fired her from something that she made up. And I said, you know how it is in Georgia. Georgia's a right to work state. You don't have a union at this job you're going to, and they could just, at a right to work state, the meaning is opposite. You could actually get fired. And in Georgia, they don't even have to give you a reason. Especially in that they just try to do it before your 3-month probation. So you're not eligible for unemployment and the benefits. They usually do it then. So I said, remember, you don't have no protection. You said these white women always do this to you. Don't take that one, especially a small mom and pop company. Now I'm understanding that's not the reason why the spirit was telling me that. The spirit was trying to warn her, you need to clean up what you're doing. Don't go there and do no fraud shit with no drugs and get no information, try to steal no doctor pad. Sometimes the pads are digital, from what my doctor friend told me, so she don't have to write it on a pad. It's actually more dangerous to have a digital pad because prescription pad, it's easy for her to do stuff or send it to somebody to get away with it. So I'm telling her, Shannon, you're going to have problems on this job with the family company. Oh, really? Because I said, but you're asking me. You know what? On that thought, I'm going to go on and take it. Everything I tell her not to do, she do. Now you see what happened to her, and you see what she was doing. Once I got that record, I said, I have to warn the owner. If I can't get to the owner and what she done to me and what I know that I got this record, and that's a medical company, that's why she always picks medical offices. And that's why she always tries to get the front desk. Whoever runs the desk, not an assistant. I don't understand. These white people liked her so much. They gave her total control of the front desk. There was no assistant receptionist. Nobody else answered the desk. When I called that number, Shannon had total control of that doctor's office. And then her background check came back clean. That means you're using another number. you using an alias, as something that you shifted for your name as Shannon McGee to come up clean. That's why they trusted her. She had nothing criminal on her background check. She had nothing drug related. It showed up that she was just a regular citizen of the United States in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't even think that I don't have to say think. I know they didn't drug test her. And she was on drugs like she was there. And see, when I found that out, I said, oh my God, I gotta find the owner, or I gotta find someone that's over that company. I didn't realize it was so big until the spirits gave me the name and I found the website. I said, oh Lord, they got about 5 offices in Georgia. And I called all of them and nobody answered. So I started leaving messages. I said, knowing how good she is at being friendly and being helpful, and she's not going to say no to what you need to get your trust. She is now around lower level women who probably ain't making that much, who getting paid for front desk and aid positions like her, who do the same type of shit, or who will. That way she can create a criminal enterprise and a drug ring inside of there. And some of them are probably addicts themselves, and they get to spend the night at this company. They have a night service, so they take care of burn wounds and restore people health by spending the night with them. They have a 24-hour care. I said, oh Lord, now this police report is telling me this, and I'm verifying it, and that's what she is. That's why I said, when I said work remotely from home, learn another trade even, so you don't have to deal with this. No, I only like the medical profession. I love working in medical offices. Now I understand. She's very smart and very cunning and very conniving and very treacherous, a pathological compulsive liar. And she come off real sweet with that ugly smile. Them teeth is in her mouth. And she will disarm a sick person, never saying no to him. Oh, I got you, with that southern hospitality, that southern drawl. How can I do it? Like a baby. And she's in your room. You a burn patient. You can't walk, or you suffering from dementia or some other health problem. She's in your pocketbook. She's in your medical file. She know what you taking. She see your doctor's prescription, and she's getting access to the prescriptions at the front desk. Once I put that together, I said, oh Lord, this woman probably already has a security breach somewhere. All these doctors and everybody that working with this company and all the patients, there's probably a security breach already somewhere. This lady is at risk legally because she probably has already gotten into the wallet, the prescription, the pocketbook of these patients. Why? Because they trusted her and they liked her so much. And all her background checks were clean. That they put a big fat wolf in the hen house and gave the wolf the key. Once I figured that out, I said, I will not stop calling until I warn them about what they got. A straight con artist, fraudulent junkie wolf at the desk that's getting ready to open their company up for major losses and major lawsuits. I said, this lady's dangerous, and she's violent, and she is a liability to your company. You don't know who's at that front desk. Get her out. Get her out right. The lady said, really? I said, I know you think it's a crank call. She said, can I see the video? I said, what's your email? She said, I'm going to wait for this. I got to see it. Yes, I knew so. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Wiz. Or probably somebody did. When I sent the video, the lady sent it. She said, oh my God. I said, this is what I know. I know it's your office. I know she's there. I just talked to her. She keeps hanging up. She won't let me talk to the manager. She say, don't worry. I'm going to do better than that. I said, unblock me from New Jersey. She said, I'm not going to try to unblock you at the office. I can do even better than that. I'm going to talk to the vice president or the district manager over the whole region of Georgia, and I'm going to have her call you. When she saw that, she got nervous. I heard it. I heard it in her voice. She said, oh my God. And she said, let me get off this phone. I said, yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You have a serious security breach, somebody that's violent and mentally emotionally unstable, and a drug addict that has access to all of your files sitting at your front desk. You have just given her keys to everything by having her at the front desk. She said, oh my gosh, she urban. She said, what's your number? She slammed that phone down. Because they know more about this than I do. I'm just learning. I said, why you take a little job at the front desk and ain't paying no money and you staying there all day? She knew more than I knew. She had the keys to the city. Whoever has a front desk in the office, it's between two people. It's not the doctor. You'll notice when you go to a hospital, the doctor doesn't have all of the power. The doctor went to medical school. He has all the knowledge. Who has the power? The nurses. Who else has the power in a doctor's office? The nurses and the bitch at the front desk. Those two can give you a prescription, and the nurse practitioner who acts on behalf, she's just like a doctor. She has the same power as a doctor. You don't want to have a problem with the nurses and who's at the front desk. The doctor, many times he's working, he's not there, he's sleeping, and then he's fucking the nurse and he's getting his dick sucked by who's at the front desk. I know what I'm talking about. Doctors told me this last night. Verify what I'm saying. I'm telling the truth. And anybody in the medical field knows what I'm talking about. A nurse will go right behind a doctor and can fuck your world up if they want to. Why? Because the prescriptions, your whole chart, all of your background, the doctor's going to another patient. Who has it? Who has your prescription? The nurse. They can decide not to give it to you. They can tell the doctor because he knows them. He usually even fucking them. No, I don't want you to give her that because you be done said, let's say you said that you really want that medication. The nurse don't want you to have that medication, and she may not like you or jealousy or whatever reason. I think the doctor might hit on you because she fucking him, and you got maybe similar features, something the bitch like. What she'll do, the doctor wrote it for you because you talked to the doctor and you trust the doctor, he trusts you. You then can go right behind her back because this lady that's a doctor was telling me it happened to her when she was a student. She goes to tell the doctor, I don't think she should have that one because that one could be addictive. I want you to change it. The lady comes back to my doctor friend and says, I told him not to give you that because in my opinion, you could become an addict from that one. So I thought it was best to take this one. Because of the backlash and the power of the nurse that she knew that she could create problems, she went ahead and took the medication. Whereas the doctor, he's gone. She's left behind. They can either, I've seen nurses do this. A person got a serious health problem. Let's say they got a cancer or they had a bad surgery, so they're in constant pain, their body being ate up by cancer, something else. You done said something slick to the nurse already don't like you, or then y'all argue about prescriptions. The nurse will withhold a person morphine, or won't come in. They'll call and call. I've seen this. It's happened to me before too. You'll put the speaker on, nurse, I'm in pain. Please come. Yeah, I'll be in there. I'll be right there. And the right there ends up being 5 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. Oh, I can't get to you. I'm tied up. And then I actually hopped out of my room and went and seen the nurse was at the nurse's station up there with nobody up there bothering her. Nobody was empty. She didn't want to do it. And nobody could make her do it because nobody was around. I didn't know then to call a manager, call a supervisor. Nobody was around. They'll watch people die. They'll watch somebody in agony moaning in there, knowing they just had a severe surgery, knowing that the person is suffering from a severe wound, a gunshot wound, or a cancerous wound in them, and they don't like the person, or the person be done cussed them out or said something about, you didn't feel my drip or you won't come answer. Oh, really? Bitch, I really ain't gonna feel it the next time. I know how many minutes, I know how many milligrams, I know how you need, and they'll deliberately let the person holler in there. or give them a medicine that really not that effective and shit. It's the nurses and the bitch at the front desk. So I've been doing my research, putting all this together. Okay, Empress Marie, but just thank you, baby, because at least you're not telling everybody I'm lying. I know you, Marie. I know you wouldn't do it, and you be telling me shit that go on. I know that. Empress Marie said, I'm a nurse. I don't do it, but that does go on, sadly. Alexis is right. See that right there? This is a nurse right here saying this here. And plus, it happened to me. Them nurses is sneaky, especially if they got a relationship, whether it's a female doctor, the doctor could be a lesbian, bisexual, they fucking a doctor. They going with the bitch at the front desk. That bitch at the front desk knows she better do what them doctors and them nurses tell her. And when the doctor trusts the nurses, the doctor trusts who at that front desk. I don't like you, bitch. So because I'm here every day, all day, and I'm here before the door open, and I'm here late at night and eating dinner with the doctor when we got the doors locked. The doctor gonna believe you over me. That I realized how much power Shannon had. She's a slick bitch, a dirty bitch, and she's a smart girl. I give it to her. She's a smart girl when it comes to that because she knew that industry. I didn't know that industry. I never been on that level. She's clever and she works with people in that drug game and that street game and then that are also gang members and know how to distribute the shit on the low. That help her. This is a whole multi-million-dollar drug business tied with the cartels and everything in Atlanta, Georgia, and all the other cities near you. So this is opening my. If I hadn't got that feeling and got my own equipment, she didn't know. She thought she was fooling me when she bent over laughing to that bitch out there, and they was up there whispering. She thought she was fooling me. Not knowing, as y'all can see, I got proof right now. I knew it. I was putting it all together. See, and I knew then I was finna cut off all ties, and I was tired of her begging for money all the time. Now you see proof. I was finna cut her off. I was tired of her. I don't want to. You're not a good friend to me to do me like you did and constantly begging, and then give me an ultimatum. If you want me to do these videos, you gonna pay for that. I ain't gonna do it no more. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna always be busy. I ain't gonna do it no more. If you don't give me some more pay for to get this work done to get my nigga out on November the 20th. Then told the nigga I already paid her. You see this here? But you said you know me. And you said that I met my match and that you are better than me and I'm a peasant and that you're smarter than me. Well, if I'm the peasant, why hasn't my throat been cut and I'm getting plucked and stuff to be served on a platter with vegetables around it? Why am I still alive? If you're smarter than me, you're better than me, you're above me, and you got all this put together on me. You're not as smart as you thought, and these people done told you smarter than me and better than me and set me up, but God blocked your plan. It all backfired on you. Thank God I'm still sitting in my house and I got my breath and my right mind. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I'm strong, getting stronger, getting better. But how could a peasant do that if you're smarter than me and you're above me and you're wiser than me? Why have this flip on you and your crew so bad? Why am I not the loser that everybody making fun of out here with a whooped and a sewing tender ass or in the hospital right now or in the morgue because I'm not the peasant here. But you're so cunning and wise and there was a lot of y'all plotting on me and you had your witnesses right there and you still would not walk up on the porch and take my life from me, but I'm the peasant. Okay. And even though she got slick dark energy, she wasn't slicker than Drip. She could not outsmart Drip. Checkmate.